for Games, test session 3 of the novella role-playing engine. Once again in the Doctor Who universe, no copyright infringement is intended. If you know what Doctor Who is by now, turn in your geek card! When last we left the Good Doctor, Thomas Wells and Anya Kelly, we had just returned to 2052, which is the year. 2052 London. And we had discovered that the link between dinosaurs and birds was actually a hybrid creature that was partially using helium and hydrogen to fly and using feathers to, like, you know, navigate, and then eventually it evolved to just a straight bird from there. And you guys get back, and Tom is still about 5 decades. I'm sorry, 7 decades. You're 70 years before his personal time stream starts. So he's kind of a little like, okay, this is weird. I feel like I'm back in my grandfather's day kind of thing.
Yeah, well, at least the music's decent.
The music is decent. And having now watched the entire Torchwood series, the thing is, as I said earlier, half of the world's population doesn't believe in aliens. Half does, and like 10% of them not only firmly believe, they know, or they've had a contact. So we're right in that in-between age, between, you know, fully accepting aliens and not. So Unit still does have reason to act on the somewhat hidden protocols.
You know, I actually saw some surveys because I do editing for fan fiction. One of the things I actually did was do research on what people actually believe in surveys. You know, when they've been surveyed, and I was actually shocked that 65% of Americans actually believe that alien life really does exist, and 35% believes it's actually been here.
I can't see been here, but I come down on the side of it probably exists.
Oh,
I'm like 99% sure that it exists somewhere. I'm just not sure what form it's in.
Yeah. And 64% of Americans believe in some form of the supernatural. Over 50% believe in ghosts. Over 40% believe they've either encountered or know somebody who has encountered a ghost. So belief, unlike what television, especially Hollywood, likes to act like, where basically the main characters are the only ones who know the truth, or only ones who believe, and everybody else is a skeptic. Actually, the skeptics are a minority.
I was also going to say, I was really pleased. I listened to our second session. I was really pleased about how well we stayed within the idea of the show. All right? Like, at some point, I forget what it was, but somebody said, it was me saying, Captain, be careful. His accent detects that he's an American. I had all the guys draw. And you were just like, there were certain scenes later where you basically have the whole American attitude towards the stereotypical British person that just comes out. And I was like, okay, we're good. All right, so here we go. Session 3. So
this is after
we're back in the parking lot of your apartment complex.
Okay.
Just into the dragon adventure.
Okay, well, didn't they have like a little thing where the current doctor set her up with Gentleman Johnny, and they had like dinner, even though she'd said
he was trying to get you interested in him, so you would not be interested in the current doctor, the punk rock doctor.
Yeah. Okay. So is this like directly after that then?
Yes.
Okay. She's very, very miffed at.
All right. So the next morning, we'll start with you since it's your natural time.
Okay.
You awaken.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep. Your alarm clock's going off.
Swatting at it and turning it off.
Your answering machine is flashing that you have messages. Poochie.
Punch the play button.
Anya, it's your mother. You need to come home and help me talk some sense to your video game playing, don't have a job, too lazy to work, fat ass
Delete.
brother.
Delete.
Anya, it's your mother. I know you deleted my first message, so here's my second one. Delete.
Delete.
Anya, it's Sean. Listen, Mom is being a real delete. Okay. Gucci. Anya, don't blink. It's your crazy uncle's voice on the answering machine.
What?
Don't blink. Don't trust the angels. Don't blink.
Yeah, right. Sorry, it says it's supernatural. It's not like they're gonna come down and start staking you or whatever. Delete.
Okay. And a couple of more things from your former work, the law office, which you're still kind of covering out at. That's your cover, so you're that secretary. One of them is another secretary asking, hey, I have this really hot guy I want to go out with later tonight. Can you cover for me some simple briefing work, yada, yada. And then about 2 more calls after that, you hear, Anya, it's not Tom. Kedrick. Anya, it's Kedrick. And this is your Puka contact.
Ah, okay.
We have something. We need your help. I need to see you later tonight, 7 o'clock, Heart and Hind. Which is a name of a pub.
Okay, so she makes a note of that and make sure that her schedule will be free to
What you were
cover
thinking.
that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Had his tail wrapped around the wire, or the wire wrapped around his tail, whichever you want to move it.
Yeah, the wire just jumped out at him and grabbed hold of his
It's really
tail.
funny. It's funny how he gets that tail wrapped up and stuff. It's so cute. It's one of the things I am happy about Boston Terriers. No tails.
Yeah.
No tails that get wrapped up and stuff. But his tail is cute. It doesn't whack anything, doesn't knock anything over, but he gets hung up on stuff so often. And he's gotten his tail
Hi. Yes,
hung
you
up
know
in
what
things
food
that
is,
hurt
don't
him,
you?
actually.
Oh, God.
Poor baby, because he can't get loose.
That's funny.
He has a talent for getting things literally wrapped around his tail and then yanked tight. So they catch him, and he's trying to yank away, and he's dragging the walls. It's one of those tree prongs, so it's in the wall pretty dang hard. And the surge protector's dragging behind him as he's going in circles trying to get away from it.
Okay, so Kedrick from Puka is asking for your assistance later tonight at the Heart and Hind.
Okay, like I said, she'll make sure her schedule stays clear so
Alright.
she can go. And then I guess she just gets around. Is it a weekday or a weekend?
This is a Friday night.
That's all there is.
Okay, so
Friday night in London's like Friday night in New York.
go to work and all that jazz and wait for the evening.
You're sitting in the shower. You're driving your way to work. Your cell phone rings again.
For Christ's sake, she takes a quick look at
Do you
it.
have an icon for Gentleman Johnny yet?
I don't know, probably
Alright.
not.
It says unknown caller.
Hello?
Yes, Miss Kelly. This is Mr. John. I am calling so that we have a debriefing later this evening. Unlike the debriefing that was tried to schedule last night by our Circle Jerks listening friend, this will be an actual debriefing at headquarters, probably about 5 o'clock this afternoon. Is that acceptable?
But how long is it going to take, do you know?
I imagine it won't be longer than an hour.
Alright, that's fine then.
I look forward to seeing you then.
Likewise. Boy.
Doctor Who meets Booker Bonds.
You.
That one I have to try one time.
Now, when you got back, the first thing the doctor would have done is introduce you to unit, and unit would have set you up with like a flat and some accommodations, that kind of thing. You share your flat with another time-traveling refugee.
They took my gun, didn't they?
No. You share a flat with a married couple, a black married couple.
Oh boy.
And it's one of those mornings where Martha and Mickey
Oh my
are
god.
having a bit of a tiff.
They always have a tiff.
Apparently, he didn't cook her eggs just right.
Oh my.
How bloody hard is it to do over easy? How bloody hard is it to do over easy? Well, I'm terribly
Excuse me.
sorry, but I was decoding code last
Excuse me.
night.
Pardon me. Beer. Beer.
And it's not as bad as like what you would see Rory and Amy have for a fight or a tiff, because it ends with them kissing and cuddling, because it's just basically their form of bantering.
Yeah, I know.
You've had to listen to this for a whole night.
Yeah, but a migraine's a migraine. I'm sorry.
Your cell phone from unit rings. Bing, 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 bing.
What?
This is a shocker, because in your time period, you don't have phones. You just say, yes.
What?
Hello, this is Mr. John. I'm calling for Mr. Wells. Is this he?
No, this is somebody else who lives here that's actually white.
So Steve. Well, I'm terribly sorry. We had to stick you with the, I can't remember Mickey's last name.
Mickey Smith, I believe.
I had to stick you with the Smiths. Actually, the Smith-Joneses.
Yeah.
Don't see her changing her name. I had to stick you with the Smith-Joneses simply because we didn't have anywhere else for you to go. We'll get your own accommodations as soon as possible. I need you to come in and debrief day at 5 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Is that possible?
Yeah. Where are you?
You already know where the business is. You would have gone to the unit headquarters first.
I know. I want to see how helpful they're actually going to be. Why? Because A, I'm an asshole. B, I'm an asshole. And C, I don't like these people.
Okay.
Did you have somebody come and pick me up?
Certainly, I'll send you a car.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Besides, I'm not walking around like I'm always fucking being watched.
So, what do you do for the day?
Drink.
He's going to work. You're drinking.
I'm going to drink. I'm going to eat all kinds of wonderful fresh vegetables and fruits. Because being a spacer, it's not something I get a whole lot of. Oh,
Okay.
and cooked food. I mean, actual, honest-to-God, prefabricated human cooked food. Not dinosaur. Not some fucking root I dug up. Not some bird I
So you
clubbed
said
over the
there
head.
are food in your wall. The doorbell rings.
Oh, well. I live here. Hello.
There's the doctor. Hi, Thomas.
Slam the door door shut again.
Ring, ring. Holding his nose.
Yes.
I thought we got over the anger the last time. Apparently not.
You got over the anger last time.
I've come along and give you a grand gesture of apology. Do they have a working kitchen?
Yes.
Good. And he comes in with a shopping cart full of supplies.
You're forgiven. Cook.
He goes in there, pulls out his stuff. He goes, I do hope you like souffles.
I like anything that didn't walk, crawl, flop, or fly before I clubbed it.
And he starts going off in French, which unfortunately I can't speak that much of. So he's just going off in French to himself.
That's okay. Neither can Tom.
Singing something in French, and all of a sudden you hear, and there's Martha and Mickey with a pair of guns pointed at this blonde, short stranger in their kitchen.
Very.
Put him up! Put him up!
Smith Jones, Dr. Smith Jones.
Martha looks at him, looks at Mickey. The doctor goes, don't say it. They look at him. They look at each other. Don't say it.
He's short.
Who's a good little munchkin? Says Martha. Oh, look, you're cute. Martha! Right? And there's some banter that goes on, some friendly banter and stuff. You basically have picked up on the fact that Martha must have traveled with him, Mickey too at some point. And as they're sitting there talking, Martha says something along those, oh, this is just like the good... She smells and she looks around. And there's like an awesome breakfast. There's like bacon sizzling there. There's good toast. You see this, you hear the souffle. There's scrambled eggs ready to go. He's got it all parted out. He's got like a little French breakfast, some toast on brie. I mean, it's just fresh fruits. And he's handing them out, and they're sitting there eating, and she has this look on her face. She's like, oh my gosh, it's so good. And Mickey's like, no, it's not bad. Yeah, it's all right.
It's fantastic. Mainly because I didn't have to club it first.
All right. And so they're sitting there, and Martha jokes and goes, why, oh why, as she's sucking down like the next succulent thing, why, oh why did I not have the good sense to proposition you? And she fails, and the room goes quiet. And
You're sane.
Mickey gets up and goes, right, well I gotta be at work. And he takes off. Mickey! Oh. She looks at the doctor, see what you've done now? How's this my fault? Ooh! And she storms out.
First rule, doctor, it's always the man's fault.
He starts pacing back and forth. I never asked this. I never asked for her to fancy me or for others, and this is just
always. It's always the man's fault.
This is why I'm taking a vacation.
No.
I am tired of strange women I meet going into my blue box and falling in love with me without my consent. And you smell something burning?
Yes.
There's a flat. Boom. Pulls it out. It's flat.
You killed it.
Don't tell Clara. Throws it away and starts trying again. What do you do from there?
Well, I tried to explain to the good doctor to A, you know what? You live in a blue box. You travel through time. You're a freaking genius. You save worlds. You save the universe. Guess what? Women are going to get hot for you. But when that happens, one, never say yes. Unless, of course, you're in trouble. Then it's always say yes, followed by the word dear, or honey, or whatever. It's always going to be your fault. Just accept that. And last but not least, even when it isn't your fault, always apologize.
Never worked for Rory, and you still hit him.
That's the point. Instead of just leaving him, or smacking him, or shooting him, she just slapped him around a little bit.
It's not like he's like very morose, and he's just kind of like dark. He finishes the food, puts it down, and goes, eat. He goes, flops down on the couch, and starts changing channels.
And thus the mood swings do begin. Here, this usually helps me.
Please, this is nothing.
This is ouzo.
If you want to get schnockered, I know where to go. In fact, let's go there right now.
You do realize that's illegal in Britain.
Why?
Why? Because it's 95 proof.
Oh. 95, you say?
Yeah.
While the doctor's getting drunk,
Oh my.
you
Yep.
go to work that day.
Uh-huh.
Your boss is there, secretary's there. Normal work day. Give me one awareness roll while you're at work today.
Genuine Greek ouzo, illegal in over 3 dozen countries. I I shit you not. It's like
Legal here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not ouzo in general, just genuine Greek ouzo. It's like genuine Russian vodka. You won't find it in the States.
23.
23.
Genuine Russian vodka would make a hillbilly blanch.
You're sitting there, you know, your daily things, and you come across a discrepancy in the books about how a case has been handled.
Okay.
Some of the papers from the case file are missing.
It's gonna bring that to the attention of our bosses. Cause
You go to your boss looks up and goes, huh. Well, thank you. I'll speak with the attorneys in charge of the case and see if one of his aides maybe has forgotten to place them back. Thank you, dear.
no problem.
Okay. Your day ends, 5 o'clock rolls around. You had to go to be debriefed.
Yep.
Okay. You get to the unit headquarters, once again on the drawers. Oh, what you want? Says the guardian.
The briefing.
Right, don't you hate these snot-nosed, trepidatious bitches that just can't seem to make up their minds? Pretentious, I'm sorry.
I suppose.
I mean, here I am, trained in the Royal Academy I am, pretending to be a stereotype. It's shameful. And why? Because I have Asiatic features. I was born in Norfolkshire. Opens the door for you.
Well, there's always plastic surgery if you get tired of it.
You walk to your
Ah, the
headquarters,
Irish. Politically correct they are not.
go through the standard things, and you end up, after going through all the standard stuff, in the bowels of unit headquarters, in the briefing room. Gentleman John is there typing on a computer. Oh, hello. He rises right over the center. Thank you. How do you do again, Miss Kelly? Lovely to see you.
Doing good.
How was the London traffic today?
Finally laying down
Like
there.
usual.
I'd hoped things had changed. There's talk of a new motorway.
Oh, we'll see how that goes.
True. Tea and scones.
Sure. Makes herself a little.
He pours for you.
Oh, okay.
Remember, gentlemen.
Hey, oops. She
Put your
probably
chair
makes
in
to
for you.
reach for it, and then before when he grabs it and just like, oh, okay.
So he goes back, and he starts sitting there, and... I'm sorry?
I wanted to see if I could help the process.
Help yourself out. That dog
Sits
sits
there,
on
goes about his
my
paperwork, and he sits there, delaying. While she's doing that, so about noon, he's like, you know what we should do? We should just totally, like, take my vacation to the max. I am done time traveling for a bit. I need to, like, just put down roots, you know? Roots like blues roots, like soul of the earth, working man, boots, roots.
You have absolutely no
What
idea.
can I do?
I said you have absolutely no idea what you want to do you? I was about to say that.
If I go into the sciences, I'll make mankind advance too fast, and that's bad. If I go into medicine, I'll make mankind advance too fast, that's bad. I can't go into politics. Grubby lot politicians, don't trust a lick of them. Can't go into law. Ugh, the suits are terrible. What can I do? He looks at the kitchen.
Cook.
I know what we're doing.
What do you mean, we white man?
I am a little intoxicated and cannot drive. You need to take me to my future glory.
Oh my god.
You need to take me. He picks up a paper. Here. And he circles an address on the paper.
Where is it?
It's in downtown London.
This is not going to end well, is it?
Yeah, this is the doctor we're talking about.
Oh, what the hell? Nothing else will be entertaining.
So you jump in the car.
Oh, yeah. Grab the gun. Put the jacket on.
You're in track about 2 minutes. He goes, there, pull over. You know where near where you're going. Pull over, right there. He's pointing to an ATM.
Oh dear.
This is going to be a felony, isn't it?
Only if you get caught.
Okay.
The many times I save the planet, I'm owed.
I let him
Their
out.
money's insured.
I let him out and then drive off.
He gets a defunct credit card, puts the machine, sonic screwdriver, looks all very satisfied, walks into the bank, comes about 5 minutes later with like a business checkbook and some other stuff, goes with you, gets into the car. Oh, right.
I drove off.
Who are you? Who are you? Says the guy. You're not Thomas. I most certainly am not. Oh,
I pull up next to the car. Doctor.
sorry. Doctor staggers into your car.
Oh my.
You saw nothing.
Guys are playing pikes. All right. You give him the address. He walks in. I demand to see the owner of the establishment. Her comes in and goes, "What do you want?" It's some kind of like British pub type thing. What do you want? And the doctor looks at him and goes, "This place is excellent. I wish to buy it from you. There's no way I'm going to buy it." He writes him a check and hands it to him. There goes, "Ooh. I will need to make a few calls." Hands him a cell phone. Makes the calls. Comes back, goes, "Yes, the contract signs. Owner leaves. The doctor gets on the table. Attention! Attention! Everybody stops. Kitchen staff, waiting staff. I am your new overlord and master. Puts on the chef hat. You're an LOA minions, and we are going to excel at culinary divineness. By the way, put on the Manchester game. Yay! The crowd goes.
Don't look at me,
And he
folks.
begins to go terrorizing the kitchen staff.
Oh God.
Showing them how the kitchen should be set up, how things should be cooked, and basically it's 3 minutes of about 30 minutes of Gordon Ramsay being there. That's the guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I
Right.
believe so.
Going around terrorizing the kitchen, how things should be run, blah 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 blah. He walks by the bar. He actually sees Budweiser sitting there on the taps and rips it off the tap. Chases the bartender with it. Out! You're fired! Get out of here!
You do realize he has no choice about what's served, right?
He looks ugly.
It was a 23-year-old woman.
Exactly my point. One of the staff goes, "Excuse me, Overlord and Master, when are we getting paid?" "Oh, right, payment." He quickly writes a bunch of checks. "There's 2 weeks pay. Anybody wants to stay is great. Promotions and payment based on experience, performance, customer satisfaction."
You're making
And
this
then he
up.
falls into your arms asleep.
That's it. No more Uzo for this guy. Where's the office?
Oh my God.
It is about 75 minutes through downtown London traffic, and it's only like 3 blocks away because it's rush hour now.
No, so where's the office in the pub?
Oh, okay. Taking the office in the pub?
Yeah, throw him on the couch.
Sit on the couch?
Yeah, pour him on the couch, and
Then what do you do?
I'll go back out front and basically keep the staff from all quitting.
Okay. 5:05 rolls around.
Where's my
John looks up, looks at the clock, looks at you, looks at the clock,
We waiting for somebody?
waiting for Mr. Wells and the doctor.
dodge that bullet?
Did you let him come?
The phone rings. Yes. Yes, sir, I'm here at the flat, and Mr. Wells is not seen, nor are the Smith Joneses. Okay.
This is the doctor we're talking about. No, tell him what he might have gotten himself
I
into.
want to see if I can cause a national emergency by simply not showing up long enough.
Oh my
See how
God.
far they'll go to round my ass up.
John says they're dial some numbers, your cell phone rings.
Click, turn it off. Oh, and as I turn it off, I walk outside and very casually throw it in the back of a cab.
John's next step is to hit the GPS indicator.
Oh God.
Walk back inside the pub.
You're in a cab in London traffic. Most people would think that means they're on their way. Cab's going the wrong direction. He tries calling the doctor's cell phone. From the office. Ring, 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 ring. No answer there either. It's that GPS. Stationary. Interesting. Yes, we need a pickup. Yes, it's him again. Oh, do be gentle. About 35 minutes later, 2 uniformed unit guys start walking up towards the bar.
I go out the back.
They walk in. You see them taking the doctor out into a car. About 10 minutes later,
Couldn't have to a nicer guy.
he apparently has been drinking some of the stock and is starting to sing along to the tune of "My baby takes the morning train.
Oh God.
She goes from 9 to 5 again."
That pretty much sticks to the back alleys where most of the cameras aren't yet.
Okay. Do you show up at the briefing room, or are you just going to hang out?
Like I said, I'm going to see how long it takes them to get panicky.
Okay.
They're going to jerk my ass around. I'm going to jerk their ass around a little bit. It's a principle in the matter.
Okay.
Come on, you really think I ever take orders well?
About 6:10,
Now, I
they
know.
bring a drunken singing doctor who's now going on to, A horse is a horse, of course, but no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless that horse is the famous blah 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 blah. Because he's drunk, he's getting the lyrics wrong.
Annie's starting to get really, really like catchy, and she's looking at Johnny saying, "Look, I have somewhere I have to be at 7, and I cannot miss out on it. So if you can't get them
I like that.
here in time, I'm gonna have to
We'll give
leave."
him 10 more minutes.
Oh, thanks. Google's
Okay.
fantastic.
He tries calling your cell phone one more time. No. He calls a different number. Yes. Oh yes, you owe me, yes. I need to pick up. Thomas Wells. Well, you're the historian. You find out where he's supposed to be at this time this day. Thank you. 5 minutes. Why, Captain, I'm hurt. What's in it for you? What's in it for you is my eternal gratitude and continued sitting upon very quietly those pictures you don't want published. Yes, you know. The ones with the fuzzy bunny outfit. Thank you.
I have blackmail on my behalf now. That's cool.
3 minutes later, there's a flash of light right in front of where you're standing. And a very attractive guy in an old American service coat standing there. Hi, he says with a smile. Listen, willpower roll.
Oh god, this is Captain Jack, isn't it?
Nope.
You find him oddly soothing and disturbingly alluring.
Hold on
God.
there. Okay, I'm not gay on this one.
Hi. Listen, I'm going to make a big deal about this. Gentleman Johnny's waiting for you. We've got the doctor. We've got Anya. She says she has somewhere to be, and you should know not to keep a lady waiting. Look, I know, units dicks, but
Good
she's
point.
nice. All right, take my hand.
No.
That's how the teleporter works. Come on.
I take his sleeve.
Then he grabs your hand. Was that so hard? Roll again!
Oh god. Of course Jack would do that.
That one I make.
No. Again, that strange, just settling feeling crawls over you. They port back into the room. Thank you. Now you're welcome. He looks at you and goes, see you later. Thomas, was it?
I'm working on my
Looks at
suspicious character.
Oh, hello. The doctor, even though he's drunk, and Gentleman Johnny, both at the same time, say, stop it. What? I can't say hi to people? He's out of there. Okay. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
So we just want to do a quick little debriefing about the evidence you acquired in your last little outing with the doctor, the archaeological paleontological find.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. We will make sure some deserving graduate over at Cambridge gets it and can prove it, so that that gets added to world history, because it's a very important development. It will come in very handy about 800 years from now when the Silurians wake up. And people won't freak out so much. Intelligent reptiles been here on Earth before. However, I'm very disturbed about this milestone group you guys encountered, because our procrastination, our prognostication future events computer cannot find them, and they don't appear anywhere in our historical records.
Well, that's probably because they cover the tracks real well.
Anyone that covers the tracks that well makes me suspicious.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay.
So describe them to me.
Human. Very well organized. Reacted pretty surprisingly quick.
Goals and intentions seem to be?
Basically to keep the timeline pure. However, how in the hell you could possibly do that, since if the timeline's been changed, you wouldn't know it anyway, is beyond me. But they were perfectly willing to kill, mutilate, and destroy in order to do that.
That would seem to imply to me, and correct me if this seems wrong to either one of you, that they believe they keep the timeline pure. They're outside the timeline and have an outside perspective, so they can tell when it's been, when it has and when it has not been changed.
They
Like
seem
a
to
time
think.
lord.
They seem to think they do.
Don't ask me. I don't really know that much about the time stuff.
Did they say anything else?
Well, they were definitely from the future in the sense of
Did they say anything about what the group organization was or who the group leader was?
no. All we ever encountered was the station leader.
Hmm.
Like I said, very competent. very paranoid as well.
Technology level, it didn't seem to be that far against what we currently have in this time.
Didn't seem all that much more, but then again,
Maybe about a century or so.
probably even less.
They seem pretty intent on updating it, though, if that interest in the
I'm
primitive
going to ask
dialects
her
technology
something
was
of you
any
both.
indication.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't realize you were talking.
They did seem pretty interested in updating it, though, considering their interest in the primitive dialect technology.
I'm going to ask you something.
And that is something important that she
I'm not sure I
brought up.
want that doctor to know. At this point, in his drunken sleep, he's like,
You do realize he's probably listening, right?
no, he's snockered. He's out. I'm not sure I want that doctor to know.
That one?
As opposed to the previous or the next one.
Exactly.
Pardon? What?
I'll explain later.
You have really not read your case files yet, have you?
I haven't had the
doctors-
time!
The doctor species, the Gallifreyans, have evolved a very unique property. When a Gallifreyan suffers sufficient trauma or sufficient age, although interestingly enough, there's no record of anyone being old enough to have it happen. I guess maybe it's a conjecture or something one of them said. Their body goes through a complete and total cellular regeneration, changing not only their phenotype, but changing their genetic structure to a much younger version of themselves, or sometimes older, or sometimes a different ethnic group, maintaining the organs, maintaining the memories and thoughts of all the previous incarnations, but also scrambling their brain and their personality, so that each regeneration is basically a different person, only just with all the memories of the ones before it. Certain features remain consistent from personality to personality, what we would call the core values. The doctor will never, for instance, be someone who's evil, to use a colloquial term. But there are certain incarnations of him that are
Ruthless.
pragmatic, I was about to say. One of them, he hits a slide, and out comes a guy, very close cropped hair, like shaven down, bad teeth. Looks like he is dressed head to toe in black leathers and t-shirts. He looked basically like anyone you see in late 80s or early 90s who's into hard rock, sitting next to a very beautiful blonde woman. This is the 10th Doctor, sitting next to one of his assistants at the time, Rose Tyler.
Oh,
One
hey!
of those names
she
you're not
wa-
supposed to mention.
That's the
That's the one
lady
you don't
she
mention,
keeps.
yes.
That's the one. It's the woman she was seeing on the television, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she'd be. Oh, the woman that she was showing up on that you showed me, that her.
Johnny takes another note about that.
See why I definitely fell for her.
You have no idea.
A
Johnny says.
sponge.
He
I can
Both
look.
of you make an observation roll.
fell for her.
Okay, make an observation.
You're making an observation on John because he's in the room with you.
Oh.
D20 plus your observation skill.
Oh.
Observations, reading people.
16.
You know over there.
Observation plus what?
D20 plus your observation skill.
D20 plus my observation skill. Where the hell is that damn thing on the talking list? Oh, there it is. 17.
You don't have it either. So he says, you have no idea why he fell for it. But there are certain incarnations of the Doctor that we might be able to bring into our aid. We just have to contact them. This is where it gets tricky. He takes out a piece of paper. This is the universal timeline. The timeline shared by almost everything in the universe and the multiverse.
Who's your sheet for a second?
Certain points within that time stream are fixed. They can never change.
Okay.
Other points are kind of wibbly wobbly and can do that. Most people experience a personal time stream of their life.
Oh, my
The
bad.
Doctor's personal time stream can never be crossed without there being adverse reactions. There have been times in history when it has happened, and multiple incarnations of the Doctor come together to solve a problem. Usually when it's so catastrophic it could alter the universal time stream. Now just like a personal time stream wibble wobbles, the universal time stream can also wibble wobble within a cone of probability, but it must always be moving forward.
Okay.
I am going to advise, get the information out of him about how to contact a past incarnation of himself. one of his former acquaintances, River Song, used to do this by stealing museum pieces or leaving graffiti on certain sites she knew the doctor would go see at certain points, so he would meet her at a certain time and place. Perhaps we can find some place that we know that incarnation will be. Get there, leave a note, and have him meet you, and we can persuade him to steal us one of these milestone people for interrogation.
We can't get him to do that.
You seem perfectly happy to do
Have
it.
you seen how self-centered this one is?
But that's the point. If you sell it to him as a fun thing to do, he'll do it.
I'm not sure within a couple of minutes of being next to that person he wouldn't subtly be. When Jump Johnny starts. Partying and drinking and chatting the man up. What was the name of that agent you met in the Jurassic period? Johnson?
Johnson, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Actually, it is.
I couldn't remember.
By the way, I
his
got that
name.
wrong. I forgot that in the. Forgot that in my intuition.
Oh, and that would be a total.
21.
Still not high enough. I had a 30.
Oh, sure.
All right. So when he gets sober, we might want to try to talk him into trying to find this Johnson person and bringing him here. Especially since Johnson's already had a positive reaction to the two of you. We need to interrogate that man and get it out of him without him feeling he's being interrogated. Something else. It's going to sound a little strange, but trust me, it's for his own good.
In comparison to what?
He can never meet me.
He's in the same room with you right now.
He's drunk, he doesn't know I'm here. That little date that we went on,
What?
that was stretching us. No long, deep conversations between me and this man. No long hours alone. No long projects. If there's ever a situation we have to be in the same room, one of the two of you needs to keep him distracted from me. It has to deal with something he does about 20 years from now.
Oh.
Like both of yourselves, I am also a refugee in time. And the doctor can't have met me yet.
Okay. Get that.
But you've met him.
Yes, he's why I'm here.
You've also met him right now.
Yes, but he doesn't know that. As long as our two personal time streams don't converge, we won't have a nexus point for me. It'd be like if you were to go back in your personal time stream and see yourself, as long as you didn't interact with you, and you didn't do anything that would interact with you, everything's safe.
See? Gotta love that tale.
Yep. So, well, that being said,
At least he's not a hound. If he was a hound, that entire table would have been swept clean. My neighbor's dog is good at that.
alright, so that being said, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah.
Sir?
How can you replace my cell phone? Apparently I left it in a cab.
Yes, apparently. Must have fallen out of your pocket.
Yeah, not very used to those things.
You have to be careful. You lose enough of those, we'll just put a dermal implant in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I do have occasion to get in bar fights and get those things knocked around and dislocated.
Very well.
In other words, don't tag my ass. I don't appreciate it.
Pick up your phone. I won't have to tag you. I don't call you for trifles.
Yeah, well, you could have done this anywhere.
I needed it to be here because some of the sensors and equipment we have here that assure that people using time-sensing equipment will not discover what it is we discussed. Very well. Now, Miss Kelly, I do hope you have good luck with your little puka event tonight. I don't know exactly what's got Kedrick's knickers in a twist, but he seems to be quite anxious about it because he pulls out his laptop. You see several message boards and supposedly safe sites that all the puka hackers are on. They've been talking back and forth about disappearances and kidnappings. They're getting dangerously political.
Ooh, that's never good.
I'm not saying talk them out of it. I am saying warn them to do it the safe way.
I'll see what I can do. No guarantees, though. They have a mind of their own, in case I haven't noticed.
I have indeed. You can leave him here till he sleeps it off.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, you both have a good night.
You too. I gotta run.
Just leave him here on the couch, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Just like this.
Well, Johnny smiles. Not. He pulls out some lipstick
Oh dear.
and some spray paint.
Oh,
And
yeah.
a tutu. Not exactly like this. smiles wickedly.
Yeah, this makes up for everything today.
Okay, so
Hey, where
she's
else
off
do you
in
get
the
this?
kitchen.
When else do you get to screw the Galactic Savior?
So she's off in the kitchen. What are you doing?
So after doing a fashion statement with the Galactic Savior.
Okay. After that.
Well, you do realize the Doctor just bought a new pub.
Okay. Hold on. Johnny turns around and goes, "A new pub."
Yeah. I'm not sure how much he'll remember once he sobers up, but he bought himself a pub.
This should be interesting. Why did he say he was buying a pub?
He said he wanted to go on vacation for a while. Needed a job to become one of the working men.
This might actually do him some good.
Or it may cause all kinds of havoc, pain, and discontent and destruction. But it will be entertaining.
Well, I'll advise emergency services.
Yes. However, I would like to do something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly what name he used on the paperwork.
Oh, God. He didn't sign at the Doctor, did he?
I have no clue, but we need to find out quickly.
He quickly pulls
And
up
could
the
you
internet
make sure
search.
that I'm 50% owner?
He quickly looks up the internet search, looks at it and goes, "Well, I can't do anything about the ownership." But he had the good sense to fake a name. John Smith. Original, I know. But it's one of his aliases he keeps here with all the power for paperwork and stuff, so I won't raise any eyebrows.
Okay, good. Got employment records for the place?
What's that?
Got employment records for the place?
Mm-hmm.
Put me up as general manager.
I think that's a super idea. Done.
So that gives me a reason to be around him. And, well, he can't fire me because I'll shoot him in the ass and he knows it.
Don't make it a habit. I don't trust what next generation we may get.
I didn't say kill him, I just said shoot him in the ass.
Alright. So, Miss Kelly.
But she left already.
I'm trying to have your scene.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Have you got something in the kitchen that's cooking that you need your attention?
I'm just waiting for water to boil.
Okay.
Yeah, and that goes
So-
from zero to 100 in no time.
You walk into the place where Kedrick and his guys hang
Mhm.
out. And there's Kedrick and Tiffy. She hates to be called Tiffany. Kedrick, Tiffy, and Marcus, who are the hackers you used to work with, are all together in the same room. Currently playing World of Warcraft against one another.
Oh boy.
My guy's still alive.
You come in, they stop, they get up, give you a round of applause. How you doing? Tiffy comes up. Anya!
Tiffy!
Okay. Marcus comes up and goes, "Hey, how you doing?"
Doing good. How are you doing?
He takes out some kind of device.
What's that for?
Nope, she hasn't sold out. No bugs or anything.
Oh, for
Please, this is
Christ's
Anya. She
sake.
never worked for the government.
She doesn't technically work for the government.
Exactly.
They're just
So-
owned by him.
Look at this. He hits a couple of stories. A couple of news stories come up. And you see a local news reporter talking about disappearances of the homeless, some other people in a couple areas. Do we have like a new Jack the Ripper or a serial kidnapper? Yada yada. No, the story's like 6 months old. No one cares.
Mm.
And he goes, and then this, and he flips to another thing about 2 months ago, where a series of kidnappings have taken place in small suburbs and flats, where people that are fresh immigrants to the country, who just got their British citizenship and all that kind of stuff, are all disappearing.
Ooh.
There's been 7 of these so far in the past 2 months. Almost like one a week is disappearing.
That's not good.
And we think the government's behind it. What we can't figure out is why they would get them citizenship and then make them disappear.
Are you positive that the government's behind this? Because
He
you know
pulls up
there's
some internet chat rooms and you see a couple of known government agents that are like in immigration services and things
Mhm.
like that, and housing, talking back and forth about the disappeared people. And they're talking about them in such a way after the day of the disappearance that they're going to go meet them or hope they do well that night, whatever that means.
Alrighty. So you want me to try to get digging around and see what I can find out?
Here, best one we got. We thought maybe we could hack the immigration files, maybe local police departments, see if they're showing up anywhere, places we can't get.
Alright. This search should be something that we approach with as much caution as possible. After all, I'm already under their radar.
Exactly. So like, if you get pinched as like badly in The Last of Us, we figure you'll be extra careful since you have something to lose.
Why am I not surprised?
Gee, that's so selfless.
Hey, think of it as fighting for the liberty of the cause.
Right.
Okay.
I'll see what I can find out.
While you're doing that, Marcus is going to go on a run. He's going to hit various sites with Patuca logo and some little worms to distract people and keep them off your tail.
Oh, good. So I'm not completely alone on this.
Tiff? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to be watching message boards and social media. All right. And me? I'm going to be writing some code just in case you get into problems. A couple of fireball bombers. Hacker talk, hacker talk, hacker talk. So I'm not a computer guy. Steps
Techie,
people.
yeah,
Right.
techie.
So first idea is I need a computer operations role to find the information.
Oh boy. Thrid is wrong. 23.
You have a success. You find a couple of sites and
Mhm.
department logos in some of the personal journals that reveal that they are right. Some of the immigration agents do know where these people are. You can tell by the way they're talking to one another. But it's not said where. They keep talking about the place. And the place appears to be mobile because they keep saying, where's the place tonight? The place is over here. Which place are you going to? That place we went to like a month ago, etc., etc.
Oh, okay, but they're not like giving specific locations or anything
Correct.
like that. Gotcha. Which makes it harder. Okay.
So now you need your hacking role to devise a program
Necessarily.
to find out where it is.
They track me through the GPS and the cell phone.
They did
These
indeed.
people are also using cell phones. They're probably using burners, but nonetheless, every cell phone sold does have a GPS.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
can also
So you can't find it.
backtrack and see where they were when they were using the phone. You may not be able to see it now because they may have tossed the phone, but you can track where they were.
Okay.
And if you can follow, if you can find a pattern, you can find out where they've been going.
Okay. Well, that would still be computer hacking, right?
Not only that, but once you know who they are, you can track them in the future by simply tracking them.
Your water is boiling.
Okay. Give me a minute. 22 on hacking. So.
You fish around for a little bit, and you discover that one of the operators
Mhm.
used to work in the vice department of the police force. And it takes you to some logs he got from some of his old partners he got promoted up from. Talking about some problems we're having on the street, yada yada. And one of them is about one of the missing disappearances. Apparently one of the guys that disappeared
Mhm.
used to be involved with a very violent street gang. And the messages going back and forth are, hey, I heard he just got out of jail, whether they give him citizenship, whether they deport him, what's up on your inmate. The guy fires back, beats me, cleans about a privilege, was classified clearance, that's all I know.
Okay. Yeah, could you try to do the cell phone idea that Matt had?
Sure,
with that?
GPSs.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Another hacking roll?
Mhm.
21.
You find that both these people are doing what most Englishmen do when they get off work. They're at home watching the telly, or they're at the pub.
Well, I think it was the victim's cell phones to
Oh, you
see
want the
where
victim's cell phones?
those had been.
Those are all showing up in the residences.
Okay. So they haven't moved since?
Nope.
Okay.
So these aren't they aren't snatching them themselves then. There's third party snatching them.
Somebody who's smart enough to leave their cell phones behind.
Nah, they'll be using cell phones of some sort in order to communicate while in case especially in case something goes wrong. However, due to the fact that they are government officials and know that any time this is England after all, they don't have the same civil rights we do. They can be tracked at any time by their employers, especially if they're government officials. They're using third parties to snatch these people, which does add an extra level of danger and possibility of leak, but it also keeps their asses clean and clear. Especially if they never actually meet the snatchers face to face.
10XP, that's exactly what they're doing.
Watching way too much Burn Notice.
Okay, is there, can she try fishing around some more, see if she can find anything else?
Sure, at this point you've been there about an hour and a half. It's about 8:30.
Alright. She doesn't have any plans for tomorrow, so why not stay up all night working on this?
Go ahead.
Any good hacker would.
More hacking roll? Okay. Ooh, that's a nice one. 18. That. 30. Yeah, 30.
30?
Mhm.
That's a heroic success with difficulty. Okay. So you fish around for about another 30 minutes, and you come up with, based on who the people are talking to, and how they're talking, you come up with kind of a map of their activity during the week. And you realize that they only stay in the London area, but occasionally their texts talk about having knowledge and knowing people on the outskirts of London and right by the river near the Thames, which is a really odd place for them to be, right? Given their now line of work being being mostly office related. And as you do conjecture the calls and everything else, you realize that all the calls keep coming back to one bar down by the wharves.
Okay.
That all these people have at some point called from this bar.
Okay. Can
Gives
she?
you a place to start searching.
Okay. Does she know the name?
Yes.
What's that?
Rat's Mouth.
Rat's mouth. So she'll take that information.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the Rat's Mouth, the police department reveals
Mhm.
there are often noise complaints.
Huh. Interesting.
Civil disturbances, noise complaints, things you usually hear from a bar. But there have been one or two unexplained cases, like
Okay.
90-pound man threw 2 officers off of him as if it was nothing.
Yeah. I wonder if the doctor got over there.
Strange noises heard
Mhm.
between the hours of 3 and 4 in the morning when no one was in residence. Officers went to check it out, couldn't find anything. Reported they swore someone was in there. Went out to the patrol car had things missing. But the outside surveillance cameras from the street revealed no activity. All kinds of like really weird, unexplained stuff happens around this bar.
Alrighty. So I guess you will mark that location for investigation.
Yes, I think I will. Especially since I'm playing a cross between Captain Mal and Riddick. Use my status as a fresh new citizen. See if I get snagged.
Okay.
Let them snag me, and let them discover who the hell they're fucking with.
So, what do you do with that new information then, dear?
Well,
Plan A, unless of course the doctor comes up with something better.
well, number one, she's a computer techie, so like going in and doing like legwork and stuff, not necessarily a good idea unless she has backup, preferably with people who are, that have some bond or something like that to.
Yeah, and
Help
I'm
in a
less than
fight.
I'm definitely less than subtle. So my idea of interrogation would be go into the
So-
bar and proceed to beat the snot out of people.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know him all that well, but she's thinking about him and the doctor to take in. Because, the rest of her buddies are all
Yeah,
techies.
this is sad, but the
too.
doctor's actually more subtle than this guy.
Yeah, so she's probably
The
gonna.
bar is owned by a Somali immigrant,
Ah.
which is the first thing that you go, what?
Yeah. Somalis don't usually immigrate to Britain.
And there's something else about Somalis that makes that a what?
They're Muslim.
Most Somalis are Muslim. What's he doing running a bar?
And extremely devout Muslims, I may add.
By a Somali immigrant. He's been in the country for about 3 years, and he has had 2 run-ins with the police in the past. One of them was he told an officer where to go while the officer was breaking something up. So the officer arrested him for verbal assault. The hope was something you actually do anyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yeah, actually assault is verbal usually. A threat, either
Assault and
battery is actually physical.
And the second time, he was apparently part of a dogfighting ring that they broke up.
Oh boy.
He did his year in jail for that and then was out.
Okay. Yeah, she's not gonna want to go in there alone.
For female, no.
Yeah, no. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. So she doesn't know how drunk the doctor's been, so she'll probably approach it with him tomorrow, considering it's also probably pretty late by the time she gets out. So she'll probably relay the information she's found out to her puka fellows and let them know that she's got an idea for how to go in there, so.
They're just like, awesome, good. So where the government's doing something out of this place, this and there do well. All right, cool. Good to have you there. We're gonna keep our eyes on it. Can you hack into the cameras? I certainly can. And Tiff hacks into the cameras, gets the social website program going up for certain keywords about this bar, this place. And you start seeing it like on the display table. They put up a little tactical board. Marcus comes out with brownies and milk, and everybody takes their traditional brownies and milk and goes, "To justice!" And you leave.
Uh-huh.
And do what?
Go
I'm
to
so
bed.
glad you can go with you.
Go to
Because
bed.
I mean, every time this whole conversation between you and these guys, my mind's just been coming up with one snarky thing after another.
Go to bed. You know, the doctor's probably sleeping off his alcoholic stupor, so he's not going to be any use right now. No point. And she doesn't know what the heck Thomas is doing, so she's just going to talk to him tomorrow. Call him in the morning.
When you do that now, Thomas?
You know, me? At this point, actually, first thing I would have done is gone back to the pub to see how many people quit.
Nobody quit.
Excellent. Announce the fact that I am now general manager of this place. I'll be running it from day to day, more or less.
Certainly.
Okay, several things. One, the doctor's an ass. Dr. Smith's an ass, but he's an excellent cook. Okay? So, tolerate him. If he gets out of hand, let me know. I'll rein him in. He knows that I will pound his ass into the ground if he gets too bad. That's also why he won't fire me. Second, sorry about the spill. We need to hire a new bartender. If any of you people know somebody who's actually A, competent, C, knows what they're doing, and B, can get along with people, let me know, because we need one by tomorrow night. Okay? Again, sorry about the beer smell and the beer spill, but let's just take it on the fact that Dr. Smith does not want anything American beer in here. I know it's not a bad thing, but he doesn't want American beer in here. Not even the good stuff.
Does that mean I have to give up my Amber Bock?
Yes, as far as selling it goes, yes. You can
Sure.
bring it if you want to. I don't care. I will be bringing my own as well. If I can swing it and making him believe that Jungling is actually German, we'll have that in here at least.
All right. So staff goes to work. Good night. Pretty hopping place. Upscale crowd.
Okay.
You know, you're looking at people that figure this establishment are well-to-do, make good money. Not, you know, yuppies, but don't want to look like yuppies.
I'm going to put a Winchester above the bar.
Okay. You know, it's not like a Winchester joke from Shaun of the Dead. No.
Oh, God.
Actually, it's actually not going to be a Winchester, but it's going to look like one. Yes, it's a Shaun of the Dead joke, but it's also a very practical thing. It's Doctor Who. Weird shit happens, and I want a gun in here.
Okay. So there you are, running the bar that night. Throughout the night, you make an observation roll so you can observe which of the staff is the hardest working and the best. Oh, roll that again. 31 on the dice. Observation roll.
+8.
See the 39. You know who's here to just get by, who here is really doing. And there's one waitress that really does enjoy her job, and everybody loves her. All right, pretty little thing with curly black hair, about this short, big brown eyes, just a smattering of freckles. Great figure.
Okay, so she's hot.
She's going around smiling at people, doing everything.
And no, I'm not going to bang her.
Once she comes over to you, and as she's trying to get stuff done, she accidentally bumps into you. Oh, I'm sorry, but it is a pure accident. Roll your awareness.
I'm probably paying attention to her ass, so. 18 + 8.
She looks super, super familiar. You spend a couple of minutes watching her, trying to figure out where you place it, and then suddenly it occurs to you, this is one of your ancestors. You've not seen her in this outfit, but you've seen a young picture of her as a woman in one of your family photos.
Definitely not becoming my own ancestor.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing that television show does not work out well.
Okay?
Oh, God. It's just gross.
Futurama.
And her name is Alexis.
And yes, we will be keeping her very, very safe.
And so they go around the night, everyone's closing. She's one of the last people to leave. And as she leaves, she kind of like gives you this weird look. And then she kind of shakes her head and walks out.
Okay. Gonna call unit. Tell them, yes, definitely got the bar. However, considering that the doctor is a freaking trouble magnet, I got several requests. A, I want a first-class, grade A defensive and security system in this place. Second, I want 6 guns. My specifications, and I want them by tomorrow. I'll give you a list.
Okay.
And last but not least, I want a permit for a rocket launcher. Because knowing you people, you will attract some Daleks or some Cybermen, and I've heard the stories. And yes, where did you get that reference from?
Very well. Your process will be processed. Your request will be processed. Next morning rolls around. Start with you since you're here and she's in the kitchen.
Okay.
You wake up. Smith Joneses are up and about.
Oh God, is it quiet or are they pitching
Martha's
already?
on the couch.
Oh my God. Well, at least we know she doesn't always wear the pants in the family.
She gets up. Good morning.
On the other hand, what does that say about Mikey?
So she sees you up. Good morning.
Morning. So, I gotta say it. Apparently, you don't always wear the pants in the family.
Stuff it.
I'm sorry, but I really am not feeling all that much sympathy for you.
Oh, sod off. She goes into the
However-
bathroom and slams the door.
However, if you want some beer, I'll get you one.
You hear the shower running.
I'll get her beer.
Mickey comes out, starts making the coffee. Scowling.
Don't look at me. I don't like them either.
Can't get this bloke out of my life. It's bad enough he took my first love of my life from me, now he's taking my second. He didn't even try him this time.
Dude, he stranded me in the Paleozoic for almost a decade.
Well, I think you've heard this more than me. He hands you the coffee.
Nothing like freeload.
I mean, that's not the kind of thing you say. I mean, can you see why I'm upset? Can you see why I'm upset? I mean, it's just not the kind of thing you say and not expect it to have ramifications.
Mickey, like I said,
Keep in mind, this is like 2052. They're now an old married couple.
Oh, I understand that.
They're like in their 50s.
Yeah, I understand. So, Mickey, I understand. I don't like the guy either. And from the stories I've been hearing, yeah, I really sympathize. But you know what? Grow a pair, live with it, and realize that the exes never really go away. And it's also why I'm not married, because like you, I'm also a jealous bastard. But seriously, you want to have some peace and some nookie. Deal with it. Oh, and don't worry. He's got his own place now.
As long as he stays there, except when we need him.
Oh yeah. That's the reason I'm getting a rocket launcher.
Sorry, I don't mean to be bitter. I just kind of am.
That's okay. I can understand bitter. He actually had the balls to say yesterday, I thought we weren't mad at each other anymore. And I don't think he got that, okay, he may not be mad anymore, but I am.
Sounds like him.
But, like I said, that's why I'm getting a rocket launcher.
Okay.
Because, you know what? You know it, and I know it. He's going to bring some hell on our heads sooner or later this year. It's a given.
Well, the way I look at it, Christmas is past.
Yeah, but there's always Easter.
So, you go about your normal routine. About 9:30, get a call.
I always liked Mickey, by the way. It's one of my favorite characters.
Hi, this is Barb down at the pub, and no one's here. We need to get the trucks and get the food in.
I'm on my way. I just got up. Somebody forgot to tell me that pubs here in Britain open up on the mornings, not in the afternoons.
Oh no, they actually don't open until like noon. But she's there at 9 to open the store.
Mm-hmm.
Get the food deliveries and all that kind of stuff and get the cleaning done.
Most of the ones I know open at 4, so
Okay.
between 2 and 4. So
So you come in. She's there. The staff's filtering in. They're like, "Where's our boss?"
your boss is busy sleeping off his hangover. Like I said, I'll be running it from day to day. It's okay. I have a wake-up call coming his way. He'll love it. I'm sending Captain Jack. Because you know what? When Doctor wakes up in a tutu, only Captain Jack would really appreciate and get to love that.
So, as you get the pub up and running during the lunch swing, about 1:30 your phone rings.
No, I'm calling Captain. I'm calling over the unit and get Captain Jack to wake
Okay,
up. The
call
doctor
the
visit.
unit, and they're like, "He's not here. The doctor's not here. We have him on video.
Shit.
We had him on video leaving last night around about midnight.
Oh shit. Is he still wearing a tutu?
He left wearing the tutu. Yes.
Okay, so he's not entirely sober yet. Could you send Captain Jack after him?
Jack Hartness is currently unavailable.
Oh, really? Good. Could you tell me where he is?
The doctor or Captain Jack Hartness?
Oh no. Captain Jack's fine. I'm perfectly happy to keep our
We have
distance.
no idea where the doctor is.
You can't track his ass?
We've tried multiple times. Something about his physiology prevents it.
Jesus. The only friggin' alien on this planet that's walking around free and you can't keep track of him. Alright. My faith in the defense of this planet is shaken. Oh, by the way, when you do find the doctor, could you send him to his place of employment before he gets fired?
Certainly.
Like I said, I'm not counting. I'm going to have fun with the fact that he's probably going to remember maybe this much of what he did yesterday. Clearly.
And then what do you do?
Well, basically, I get this place freaking running.
Okay. You spend the day getting the pub running. You wake up.
I'm an officer. I gotta have something to run.
Gets up.
Messages on your phone.
Oh dear God.
Anya. Call me. It's your mother.
Delete.
After the third delete.
Loving daughter, aren't we?
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Is this her French musician boyfriend?
I just wanted to let you know that I will be playing in the areas in this week, and I would love to spend a romantic dinner with you. When you left, you hadn't made up your mind yet about adventure, and were, I'm sure a few years of the bourgeoisie lifestyle at the time.
Yeah, the minute the French say bourgeoisie, I shut them out.
The next one's from Nolan. He is in the hospital wondering why you haven't come to visit him yet. It's only been like a week. He's still laid up. You haven't
I thought
actually
she
seen him in the hospital.
probably had visited him.
Okay, when he's in the
Yeah,
hospital,
so-
missing you, wanting you to come by and keep him company.
She'll figure out, depending on how the whole thing with the stakeout goes, she'll figure out when she has time.
Okay.
Maybe the next day or something like that.
And the next one is a screaming call from Tiffy. Oh my god! Oh my god! You have to come help me! They're coming through the door! They're coming through the ah!
Okay, at that point she dials the doctor's number.
It just rings.
Why the bloody hell don't you pick up your freaking phone when I need you, you idiot? I swear to God, what's the point in having you around?
Very Irish.
Calls unit. Calls like unit or Johnny or somebody,
Okay.
whatever.
And you get a hold of them and you ask.
And well, I don't know. Maybe first she would try to track down Tiff's cell phone. See what the GPS on that is, because I imagine she has the equipment at her place.
Tiffany's cell phone is still in her apartment.
Which is not a good sign.
So at that point, she will tell unit that, look, I think a friend of mine got kidnapped. If you'd mind meeting me at her apartment so we can check the place out and just make sure it's okay.
The unit handler that's there is like,
Mhm.
I'm terribly sorry, but I don't see how this is a matter of planetary security. A kidnapping case should be the police department.
Tell her the police is involved.
She's a part of Puka.
I am aware of the Puka project, but that still doesn't sound like a need for planetary security. I will
Oh.
move your request up the chain of command and see if we can get someone to investigate. But until then, I recommend you get the police department involved.
Hangs up. Calls him!
Okay?
What?
I need help. I think a friend of mine got kidnapped, and everybody else I've called has been nothing but a pain in the ass. You mind meeting me there?
Did you call the doctor?
He wouldn't pick it up.
He's probably passed out in an alley someplace. Alright. Alright, well, swing by and pick me up. I'm at, where the hell is the
You get the-
address in this place?
Get the address.
Actually, pick up one of my own damn business cards and look at it. Read off the address.
I'll be there very soon, because trust me, I'm going to be breaking speed limits here. She goes big as a mob.
Okay?
Alright, Barbara, I got an family emergency to take care of. You're in charge. Yes, I will be picking up the doctor on the way.
You know where he is?
No, I have no idea, but I don't want them to know that.
Oh. Damn. I think I so slap this living hell out of his
So,
face.
the two characters finally together, and then you say what?
I got a call from a friend of mine. She's a hacker like I am. She and I were working on a project. I got a call this morning on my answering machine. Sounds like somebody came in and came after her. Her cell phone's still at her apartment, though.
How long ago?
She recites the time of
About an hour ago.
voicemail. So,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Well, actually, the call comes at like 2 and 3 in the morning.
Yeah, so that's probably when it happened.
So we're talking good shit, almost 12 hours now.
Uh-huh.
So I ain't gonna say it out loud, but I'm definitely thinking it. She's gone. I'm gonna stay gone like who's not.
Yeah. So.
However, we'll have to see how much that they bought of the trash or hard drive.
Yeah. We were working on the case we were working on was there's apparently a bunch of kidnappings going on. Immigrants
And-
who are getting snatched up off the streets, and it's apparently some government conspiracy.
Well,
going on,
okay. Is there a pattern to the kidnappings?
So immigrants, she recites what she knows, what she found out.
Is your friend fit this profile?
No, but she was helping me dig into it, so they might have been
So-
able to find her that way.
As I say, if she's not a profile, that means they knew she was looking. What was she looking at and into?
I forgot what.
The bar.
Oh, the bar.
That's right. So
I was
that
planning.
means they got watchdogs on her. They got watchdogs on their systems then.
I was planning on trying to get a hold of you and the doctor.
What was
And
beeping?
that's the timer.
Oh.
Shut it off real quick.
Every time I start to get a coherent thought, beep.
There we go. I was planning on going and doing a quick look around at the bar today, get you and
No.
maybe the doctor on there, but after this, I gotta take care of this
No.
first.
You don't go near this bar. Now, have you told me everything you uncovered?
As much as I know.
So, all right. So basically, her character's told my character everything she's ever at this point. There's Somali, yada yada yada. All right. Don't know too much about Somalis beyond what I've read here and there and what I learned in the military, fighting them, among others. And several things I do know. A, they're sexist as hell. As far as they're concerned, you're nothing more than a woman. A woman is nothing more than a pair of holes to be filled whenever they damn well please. To be blunt. Okay? You do not want to go around these people.
I wasn't really inclined to do that alone.
Yeah. Not even with the doctor and I, it would have been chancy.
Huh.
So we definitely do not want you to be seen. We don't want them to know of your existence. Nothing. At this point in time, you're going to be we're going to go to your friend's apartment. We're going to snoop around there, but we're not going to the bar.
I wasn't planning on that. I can just stay at my place or something like
No.
that.
You're not staying at your place.
Or at the unit or someplace.
You're going to
like
stay at the
that.
unit. You either stay at Martha's, or you stay at the unit.
Who's Martha?
My roommate.
You have a roommate named Martha?
Yeah, and her husband Mickey.
Oh, that must be interesting.
Yeah. They may be pushing 50, but trust me, they can kick some serious ass.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, I do remember Mickey was something of a badass. Yeah, I'd rather she stayed with them. And frankly, Martha scares the crap out of you with the doctor on occasion, so.
Yes.
Let's put it this way, Captain Jack called Martha when he was in over his head. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Jones is nobody you want to mess with.
Well, so long as I have a computer, I should be set.
Alright, well, after we hit your friend's place, we're going to go back to your place, and very, very quickly, you gather up the basic necessities as well as your computer and every single stick, hard drive, software you have. Leave nothing electronic behind. And we're going to dump you off at my place. And then I'm going to go round up the doctor, and we're going to go stick our nose in this. But I'm going to be honest with you. After 12 hours, your friend is probably gone.
More than likely, but it doesn't mean I can't hope.
You can hope, but I don't want you to get false hope.
Yeah.
If it'd been an hour or two, man, I had a shot. Not
So
now.
what do you check out first? You're going to the apartment. You're doing what?
Well,
They're
we're going to hit her
apartment.
apartment.
Yeah, they're both going to
To
the apartment. Tiffany's
Tiffany's
apartment.
apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So you pull into Tiffany's apartment block, and the first you notice is that there's fire engines there
Oh.
and emergency services,
Shit.
Oh.
and you see smoke coming out of the building
Is it?
where her apartment was.
Now, I really could use the doctor and his friggin' psychic paper right now. Fuck. Okay.
If only I had the time to produce some fake IDs.
Yeah, I really don't want to go poking around my nose around British police while I'm wearing a gun.
I'm not quite
You
sure.
have your unit identification on you.
True, but it doesn't actually give me any authority either.
It might get you cooperation though.
That's a good point.
Go up and ask nicely. Don't demand. Go,
Oh yeah.
hey, we think this might be involved with something. Can we get a look?
You be the public face on this one. Keep them busy while I get into the apartment.
Again?
Just act all official and ask a lot of questions.
I think I can do that. Hey, you there! You! Hey, I'm talking to you!
Be nice.
The two very London-esque firefighters ignore you.
The police.
Eventually, a fire chief comes over and goes, "Yes, what can I do for you, short, irate Irish person?"
Yeah, flashes are bad. For when I have some questions I need to ask you about this particular instance.
Can I wait until after I have the fire out?
Well, is there police officers? I mean, I'm
He
sure
points to
there's...
one of the police
She
officers
would
standing
have talked
nearby.
to the police officers, honey.
Okay, well, you didn't specify, so I just put the first person there.
I thought it was obvious that, okay,
I wasn't,
police
so.
officers.
You go to one of the police officers. Yes, ma'am. How can I help you?
Flips the unit badge. I've got some questions that I need to ask about this particular instance.
Well, we won't know much till the detectives and forensics and the fire crew are going through the apartment 'cause it's still on fire. But from what we can tell, apparently there was some kind of domestic late at night. Neighbors heard it. Neighbors saw her leaving with her boyfriend. She said everything was okay. She actually looked at one of her neighbors and said, "I'll be back soon. Don't worry." You know how they get when, well, she said, you know how a boyfriend gets when he hasn't been pleased. Hint, hint, mention that twinkling.
That's your question.
I took off the boyfriend, and that was about 2:15 in the morning, and then she hasn't been seen since. We don't know if she's in there or not.
Good question. Does the neighbors have a description of the boyfriend?
Yeah,
That's something I know of.
Arabic-looking guy.
Arabic?
Now, was Tiff...
Black, white?
So was Tiff dating an Arabic guy? Because I
No,
know...
as far as you know, Tiffany wasn't dating
That's what I'm
anybody.
saying. I figured you know about her social
Yeah.
life. That's the reason I'm dropping these questions.
Tiffany wasn't dating anybody, as far as you know.
Oh, okay. Arabic, you said. Did they say that he had an accent or anything like that? Something distinguishable or anything that might have
Witnesses didn't
stood
say he
out?
spoke anything. It was all her talking.
Okay, was he wearing any distinct clothing or anything? Or was he just a regular bloke?
Witness just describes hoodie and jeans.
Alright, was he driving a car?
Again, witness opened the door, spoke to them, then went back inside. Witness doesn't know.
Ah, did you try checking any of, like, the traffic cameras around here just yet? To get a look? Because you don't know it.
Well, we kind of had this pressing fire on our hands.
With all due respect,
Hold on.
Yeah.
We kind of had this pressing fire in our hands, and we have all these civilians to keep back. So they stay out of the fire crew's way. So we've been a little busy.
Have you called in a request for the cameras?
It hadn't occurred to us because this fire is fairly young. This fire was only reported about 45 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So the fire happened way after they left.
Okay,
Did anybody,
so it might have been
after they
into
left,
the
did the neighbors
evidence.
report any more noise coming from the apartment?
No.
Not a sound.
No.
Okay.
Arabic, but not Somali. Somalis look black, African
Mm-hmm.
to most Brits.
I know.
I'm just thinking out loud. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
So while she's talking to the guy, are you like trying to sneak onto the scene, or are you just asking questions too?
Oh, I'm just kind of staying because the fire's still going. There's no point in me trying to get into the apartment until the
Right,
fire's
fire's
out.
not out.
So, and the fire itself would probably destroy most electronics. Not necessarily the hard drive. Contrary to popular myth, hard drives will survive a shitload. But until the fire's actually out, I can't go in there and snag it. What I wanted to do was put a bug in the cop's ear to have him make a request for the traffic cams. If unit's not going to be helpful, then we have to go around them.
He goes, just give me an address to email the information to or fax it to, and we can get that done for you. But again, the detectives aren't here yet, so I have to pass the detective, we'll then pass it to you.
That'll be fine.
Okay?
But I want to tell you this, if you'll get some fire, no pun intended, under your ass, that was not her boyfriend. She was dating no one.
I'll pass it on to Detective Sue that she may have disappeared in suspicious circumstances.
Ah! Ooh, veggies. I haven't had veggies in a while. Everything I have is, everything we have at home is pretty much been ate out.
So,
Oh, that's good. And yes, I'm a weird bastard. I like carrots too.
so you'll wait there for the fire to be put out?
I will. What I would like Anya to do, if you could, Do you have your portable with you? Your laptop?
You're acting,
I'm just
asking
being-
the computer hacker if she keeps
I'm just
portable
covering
stuff
my ass and giving the opportunity to say, "Oops, yes, I have it with me." What I need you to do is try to get let unit know that this is definitely a kidnapping. Let's share the information you have with them. B, let them know the cops may be involved. Okay, or at least certain individuals within the police department may be involved. This is stuff we can share with you without worrying about our asses, being hung out to dry on this. Most importantly, make sure the detectives don't try to get in and find out what the traffic cam said. You do it. Make it official looking. So if anybody bitches, the unit has to handle the fallout.
Okay.
Let's make them useful. Make them useful for something.
Yeah, she'll do that.
Yes, this is how in the military you go around your orders without actually breaking your orders. Hey, if the shit rolls downhill, there's no reason you can't pass it back up.
Alrighty, so
It's not offensive. It's reconnaissance and force.
hey, computer operations will find the information.
Oh, do you want to play? Because I have an extra book thing if you want it. Sure. Hold on a sec.
We're doing a legal version of reconnaissance and force. So, oh yeah, one other thing on it. Does your little hacking group have any place we can take a halfway destroyed hard drive and have somebody clean it up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm counting on these idiots not realizing how damn near invulnerable a hard drive really is, particularly in a laptop.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but one thing my brother and I have noticed when we've been fighting the terrorist is that most Arabs, despite the fact they have university educations that we end up dealing with, they got almost no practical engineering knowledge.
Nice.
Generally, they can't shoot worth a crap either. Of course, that may be an AK-47, issue, not necessarily an aiming issue. If they do shoot at me, I hope they shoot me with something Russian. I like that mug. How much did I put you back?
90.
90
What
bucks.
a med fair.
$90, huh?
Handcrafted ceramic.
Mm-hmm.
Computer ops roll, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good roll. That. Jesus.
Yeah, it is a good one.
I hate doing that in my head.
That's a good scene right there. I like that.
Yeah, I thought it was nice and creepy.
I like the
and
clouds.
Yeah.
What's so cool about it is you can't really tell how tall the clouds are.
Yeah.
It could be either horizon or not. It could be a fog bank for all you know.
Yeah.
It's a nice optical effect.
31.
And heroic success range. Okay. So
That's good success.
you're fishing around. You get a clear shot of the plate. It's taxis, much up there. But you get a time of arrival, time of direction. They're heading out towards the Thames. Consistent with the information about the bar. You also get clear shots of the guy.
That's
And
good.
then early this morning at about 8 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, this was about 5 o'clock, a second man who's not one of the people who live in the apartment complex. You talk about people coming in and going out.
Mm-hmm.
A second man leaves her apartment.
So there were two that went in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you stayed behind and basically did a wipe down on the whole place.
Right, and the only reason why you know it's her apartment is that when he leaves,
Mm-hmm.
he goes by her bike and takes her bike.
Question:
Okay.
Can you track that taxi? That taxi took her someplace. Taxis, by law, both here and in England,
Have to log all
have to
rides.
log all pickups, all drop-offs, locations, times, everything. So you can get that information out of them. If that information is not there,
Mhm.
then either A, the taxi driver is involved, or B, he was threatened to a point where he didn't want to
Okay.
write this stuff down.
Is that
Either
like-
or, he can either be directly involved or just or much a victim.
Okay, so the log isn't in electronic. It's like they have to write it down.
Oh,
or
that's
something?
electronic
Or-
now.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure in 2052 it's electronic.
He probably writes it down in terms of end at night, and then gets logged the next morning by whoever the officer employee is.
Okay.
I know a lot of them are electronic now. Just like a lot of cops are.
Should probably go and try to hack that then.
You find the taxi company.
Mhm.
You find the log. Driver reports he took her to that bar on the Thames.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They apparently are pretty damn confident because that is something that's obviously tracked.
2 other taxis from the same company took 2 other people there at the same time. You recognize the names of the other Puka members.
Oh shit.
Oh, now she's pissed. Oh, now she's pissed. Which might indicate that they might know about her and they might have men waiting at her place
Exactly.
for her.
That's a good point. Exactly.
Now she's thinking. I imagine she probably keeps a lot of her most sensitive
Then why didn't they come for
stuff.
you that night and they came for the other 3?
That's true.
We were gone a good chunk of the day though.
But all the abductions happened at night when she was home.
True. Like I'm saying, they may have been watching the place for her place for during the day, and when she didn't show up until late, they probably stopped the surveillance, got impatient, stopped surveillance, and left. Not realizing she came back later.
Either that or her friends got sloppy and they got tracked.
That's probably the most likely scenario. They may not necessarily know about you. Well, let's put it this way: they may know about you now.
Hmm.
So, may I ask you a question? How valuable do you think you are to UNIT, Mrs. Anya?
I don't know.
Because you might want to report that all your friends have been snagged by said kidnapping ring, and
True.
you may now be on their hit list.
That's
So
true.
if they don't give a shit before, they need to give a shit now.
I'll see what I can do. I know Gentleman Johnny seems to.
And
be
oh yeah,
excellent.
tell them this: if they won't do anything about it, I'm going to, and I won't care about collateral damage.
Right, so I need to do this to preserve the innocents around here. Got it.
Yeah, if they want to preserve their fucking cover, they better get their asses moving. I'm not above blackmail.
Makes a call.
Operator.
Well, to unit. So I need to get a hold of your chain of command, preferably Mr. Gentleman Johnny, if he's
Just the officer on deck, Lieutenant Colonel. Something, because I didn't make up the character yet.
Somerville,
There we go. Lieutenant Colonel Somerville.
So
very British.
there's me and some friends of mine were working on a hacker project, and all of them have gotten snatched and kidnapped, which means that I'm probably next. You mind giving me a little help on this?
I can bring you in for security.
Yeah, it wouldn't exactly negate the threat now, would it?
We don't know what the threat is right now. What is it you're asking me to do?
Well, it'd be nice to have some backup so I can play bait and try to figure out who the hell these bastards are so I can squash them.
Here's some buttons going around back then. Very well, I'm dispatching you a platoon under one of our most under the command of one of our most trusted operatives. He can be a little hard to work with, but he knows his stuff.
Oh, and if you hear from the doctor or you know where he is, tell me so I can slap the living snot out of him. You understand
The
that?
doctor has not yet reported in.
Bastard.
You know what? It's unfortunate this is not Victorian London. The blizzard would find them.
Desert.
But I haven't got the patience to look, so.
About an hour later, an armored personnel carrier rolls up to you guys. One of those big APCs that's got the 6 wheels.
I wasn't expecting that.
Door opens, the unit guy steps out, in full uniform, battle rattle, salutes you. Ma'am, our officer is willing to speak with you inside the command center.
It's one big command center. Okay. Climbs in.
Yeah, well, climb in.
Any willpower roll.
Oh dear God.
I'll roll in a second.
Oh,
I'll finish cutting my pork here.
Willpower. Where did I put it? boy.
Attribute.
What is it? Stats or skills?
Stats.
Stats. You mean psi?
No, willpower.
Willpower.
That's the one with the W.
I'm not seeing it on here.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the ones
It's
that...
no,
I
it's
think-
over here.
Yeah, it's not.
It's on the very bottom.
I have action on the very bottom.
Well,
Like,
what the hell is your willpower?
yeah,
She's
I think
right.
there's
It's not on there.
I think you forgot to write it
that
down.
we
Yeah, you forgot to write it down.
Is this
Oh
in-
wait, no, here. This is the new one, and it has it on the bottom. I was looking at the old one.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay, so 8.
You're completely flummoxed and stunned.
Okay.
I'm not.
A very short, probably only about 5'2", 5'1" person turns around and looks at you. Their body is very slim and wirily muscular, but their head is this wide, with a pair of small ears. Pleasure to meet you,
Hello.
Sergeant Strax.
Nice to meet you, Sergeant.
Any friend of the Doctor is a companion of mine.
Oh. Okay.
You're not from around here, are you?
I am a proud Centauran battle clone.
Excellent.
Centauran.
First class cannon fodder.
Right.
I've been proudly serving the Doctor and his other companions since 1860 something when Bastard comes up. 64, 62 or something around there.
Yeah,
It's
somewhere around
gaslighted out.
Nice to meet you. Were you briefed on the situation?
Actually, they don't know much.
understand that your friends are missing and have most probably been taken captive by a hostile operating force. I recommend a full frontal assault with acid grenades, holographic distractors, and robot laser. He
Yeah.
looks around. Everyone's going, I'm sorry, sometimes I get carried away. I recommend a quiet, discreet operation of intelligence gathering before any glorious frontal assault is made. All the other unit guys go, good.
On the other hand, the frontal assault does sound fun. You and I are getting along great. By
Well,
the way, you said you've been around for about a century, right?
That's correct.
And you're still alive.
We Centauran battle clones are bred to be hardy, thumps his chest. In fact, our exact lifespan is not known, as none of us have ever died of natural causes. We all died gloriously in full frontal assaults.
So I've heard. You're either extremely lucky, or a lot more intelligent than you look. I won't insult you with that. Or you've had some very, very good education. So, yeah, we'll get along famously. Alright, this is a situation. Her friends had been kidnapped. They were looking into a kidnapping ring, operating out of a pub, down on the Thames. Apparently run by a Somali. This guy is a Somali, which, from what I understand, is not too common here in Britain. Secondly, he's a Somali running a bar, which right there is just freaking weird because every Somali I ever fought against was a raving lunatic religious nut. So, that's a little odd right there. He's been busted for dogfighting, which is not too odd for a Somali, and he's been arrested for assaulting a cop verbally. And he did a year, and yet he somehow managed to get a liquor license in this country, which is just freaking odd.
Well, then we definitely go check the unit out.
I agree. However, first things first, we need to go by her apartment and clean it out. If they haven't already gone and searched it, we need to make sure we get there first and clean out any information they can use against us. Secondly, if they are there, we have a wonderful chance to catch a few people and interrogate them creatively, painfully, and with lots of fun. Does he grin for that one?
I've been told that torture is illegal.
Yes, it is, technically speaking.
as long as
On the
you're...
other hand, they're somewhat fuzzy about what torture actually is.
Yeah, you could just make him listen to Britney Spears or something like that.
Alright, so the ABC takes off. You pull up in front of your apartment flat. Your helm has not been turned over.
Ah, good.
Where I put
So-
this?
Your mother's left 3 more messages.
Delete. And this time she unplugs her answering machine, so no messages can be left on it. The last thing she needs is them to know that she has a mother and then kidnap her family and take them in.
Good point.
So she also removes the
she doesn't have like a lot of family pictures, but she does remove those so they can't find it that way.
That's actually very smart.
Yeah.
Something a lot of movies forget.
Mhm.
It's one thing. Again, Burn Notice. They did that once. Moved all personal effects right down to the smallest photo in the fridge. That way, it could not be used as a way of finding out who and what that person knew.
Imagine she has like her computer and her hacker stuff
Burn
kind
Notice
of like
is probably the most active for all the explosions that go on there, which are really overboard for Miami. As far as the actual how spies operate thing, gathering information, dodging, moving about, and so on, one of the most accurate shows you'll see.
Right. So you buy your apartment, you get your stuff. Apartment's not been turned over, and then where do you all head?
We're going to head down to the bar. We're going to stop about a block away because, remember, intelligence gathering operation. We're not doing the frontal assault yet.
Anna's gonna hack into like the traffic cameras and stuff around there, so she can like monitor from inside the.
By the way, monitor
A couple
inside
of
the
the platoon
APC.
members end up on tops of buildings or in vacant apartments, looking at the place without being seen.
Let's see if they decide to
Crash
shut you
course
down.
remains inside the command center.
Yeah, what?
Said, yeah, let them see if they can track you to the APC and try to shut you down.
Yeah.
So
Perfect
solves the
place
whole
to
problem by
hide.
having to explain the frontal assault. They came after us, man.
Yeah. Perfect place to be. Armored vehicle.
Okay. So you're fishing around, and many hours of normal. I mean, it's a rough working class pub of rough working class people doing rough working class things, including the biker gang that pulls in, stays, creates a ruckus, then rolls out about 10 o'clock in the evening.
Question: can you get in this area, considering how old it is? How accurate could you get floor plans, building permits? I mean, everything, every bit of information in the
pull up all the
interior and
information, see
exterior.
all the blueprints and stuff, and the last blueprint that was listed is like a century old.
So we're talking like 1950s.
And the only reason you have it is because when they were putting in a thing for the subway, they had concerns about how close they could get to the river, and that's why this building is there. On that blueprint, you notice that this building is supposed to have two basements. It has a basement and a sub-basement. The sub-basement used to be part of the sewer system.
That's
Which means
what
it
I was
has
looking for.
gates that open up into the river.
Gotcha. So that's how they're
That
getting
is
people
not
out.
good news for the kidnappers, for the kidnappees, I should say. On the other hand, it gives us a way in, besides the front door.
They don't have it booby trapped.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't think they would. Contrary to proper myth, you don't really booby trap the places you come and go through on a regular basis. I mean, that's something that only works. That's actually something that only happens in role-playing games. No pun intended. In reality, you don't booby trap where you go through regularly.
Pardon?
Something you learn when you learn about laying out a minefield.
I've never carried cash. I always use my card, so.
Yeah, same way.
Generally speaking, don't ask me because I usually don't have it.
Yeah, that's
James
something you
might
learn.
have
That's
some.
something you learn in the Marine Corps. You don't booby. You always leave a hole that you can move through in your own defenses. And I bet you money that line to the river is their primary means of egress and ingress without being seen. That's why the traffic cams don't actually show anything. That's why the cops could hear things but couldn't see anything, because they're moving through the sub-basement and the sewer systems.
Yep.
Because one thing about London, every freaking place in London has got a camera pointed at it. So the only safe place to move are the places where cameras that are so old that no camera's been put in there.
About 10:30, the place starts to rock. A lot of people come in. The crowd that's just casual drinkers left, the power drinkers are all there, and you have the typical rowdy, noisy kind of thing going on.
Does the unit group here, this platoon, have surveillance equipment?
Mm-hmm.
Can they find out on the map where that tunnel comes out on the river, and let's put a camera near there?
They pull out a little UAV. UAV flies to a point, drops a camera, and you now got a camera eyes on that gate. You can actually see a small grate right near the shoreline,
All right.
hooked into some what looks like a seawall.
Does the UAV itself have transmitting ability?
Yeah.
Any tracks on that riverbank?
It quickly does a scan and goes negative.
Damn, they haven't done anything today then.
But one of the guys goes, "Hey, wait a minute, back up." What? I saw something that looks familiar. He looks and he goes, they're beaching boats. See? And he points to places on the beach we see imprints of where boats have come up and run up aground.
The prints are
Back out.
too deep for the tide to wash away.
Exactly.
I figured that was like crap. Well, on one hand it's good news, on one hand it's bad news. It's bad news in the sense of if they've already left, we got no way of tracking it. But if there's since there's no tracks, there's also the possibility your friends are still in the sub-basement because they haven't moved them yet. So, depending on how far along since the last tide.
He looks at a chart table and goes, high tide's in about an hour.
That's when they'll move them. If they're still there, that's when they'll move them. We can afford to wait an hour. If they're there, that's when
Some of
they'll
the
do
team
it.
members shift a little bit, make sure they have good angles on there, put some fire down in the area. What are you guys doing?
All right, we're gonna have the hard part. Wait.
Yeah. She's gonna try to call the doctor again.
No answer. Willpower rolls for waiting.
Let's see my die, please.
Straps actually waits successfully without being a little ass. You, on the other hand, are pacing.
Hey, it was my idea to wait.
That's
so.
true.
12.
But yeah, I don't mind pacing because actually in real life I do that when I have to do these things. I often pace.
Yeah, she got a 12.
So.
You are tapping. You are irritable. You're around. You're so irritable to be around. Even Strax goes, "Madam, please control yourself.
What?
You're being distracting.
Oh, so what? You can't just ignore it?
Let us talk about something else to pass the time. I noticed that, like myself, you are a B cup.
I beg your pardon?
He's female.
What? I would prefer not to discuss my breasts, thank you.
Well, I'm just wondering where you shop, because I can't seem to find something that holds up and supports me in battle operations.
It's
Sports
just
bra.
I always end up spontaneously lactating. It's most embarrassing.
Sports bra with padding.
Don't have that problem. I've never had kids.
I had a sergeant in my
You
unit
have
who
to
was
have children
pregnant.
to lactate? Your species is so backward.
Yeah, you have to have.
It's a wonder why no one has conquered you. It's a good thing you have the doctor as a friend for this planet.
You've met the doctor.
Oh, yes, several times.
Do you have any idea where he's gotten his little scrawny ass to?
Oh, wherever the thick of trials and tribulations are, that's where the doctor will be.
Either that or getting drunk and getting laid. Well, it's President Incarnation.
Really?
Yeah.
He's turned into a soccer hooligan.
No, he's turned into a punk rocker.
He used to chide me for going to bars and getting in fights. The hypocrite?
No, he wasn't a hypocrite then. He's a hypocrite now.
I got movement. This is one of the guys.
Excellent.
Well, where?
You see through his little vision cam. Great opening.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. First thing, take out the boat. We can't have them leave. Second, I want one squad to hit the bar.
The guy in the UV is like, I got no activity on the river. What is going on?
Oh, this is not good.
Oh.
You see two somewhat Arabic-looking men come out. You can tell they're packing. They're packing with cargo short jackets, looking around. One motions back. One takes a flashlight out. Click, 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 click.
And the boat ranks.
And they just sit there and they start waiting. One actually pulls out cigarettes and starts smoking.
They're waiting for the boat to come up?
Yeah, they're going to be waiting for the boat to come up, I guess. Like I said, first things first. Let the boat land, unload, and take them out then.
One of the guys spins and goes, "There is nothing on the river." You can see through his gun cam. There is nothing on the river.
Submarine.
There's no way to get a submarine up this close and not be detected or have enough. The river is too shallow here.
How deep?
Maybe 10 feet.
Okay. Could it be that they have a hold of some technology that they shouldn't have?
I don't. What in the...
UV.
And he pans back. And he goes, "It's raining just near the grate." And you look, you see like a 10-foot circle where water starts to come up out of the ground. The rain's going up.
Whoa.
Both of you roll your willpower, see if you remember, because it was a very famous news story.
No.
Clueless?
No, I remember, just not very well.
What was your total?
Total was 820.
820?
820.
820
Altogether.
You remember this.
Oh, really?
There was a hospital in London that disappeared, and then when it began to disappear, it disappeared by quote-unquote raining up. A bunch of aliens teleported it by snatching onto the water molecules.
We got an alien
to the
snatch.
moon.
Got an alien snatch, call HQ. Tell them we need full support down here. And oh yeah, get Dr. Smith-Jones, or whatever the hell she's calling herself these days.
Because that's who it happened to.
Yeah, I remember that much.
Excellent! We have official unit sanction to slaughter!
Yes, we do.
I mean to pursue the operation.
Yes.
Says Strax.
And then slaughter them if they don't if they resist.
What was it you were asking me, Jesse?
Oh, I was wondering which CVS we went to the other day.
This one over here.
What is it on though?
41.
41 and Bayshore.
Okay.
Hey, Chief. Come here, boy.
So, Strax goes, he pulls out a weird alien-looking gun, looks at both of you. It is set on stun.
All right, gentlemen. If they get into that
Don't
hole,
give me a gun.
they're not coming back. Nobody goes through that hole. Nothing comes out of that hole without being captured or killed.
I got three new ones on the beach. It's his infrared. And they're cold. They're not giving off body heat.
Shit.
You look in his gun camera, because you're still looking through the screen.
Uh-huh.
You see 3 humanoid bodies there. And they have, between them, they have some kind of like triangle thing they're holding. And one of them salutes the 2 Arab guys. Guys salute back. They motion. You see Tiffany and your other 2 friends come out, bound and gagged, being run towards these 3 guys.
Hit them.
Is there any way to stop them?
There's Rule 306. Says one of the unit guys as he starts the firing. You probably get the joke. She probably doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sorry, Rule 305.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very famous line from a British movie where they're putting this guy on trial. He's like, we didn't have any rules other than Rule 305, which is the caliber of bullets used in the weapons. You hear 2 Arab guys drop.
Hit them now, everybody.
The guys that get hit kind of like
Cybermen.
robots.
50 cal, depleted uranium, or Teflon, or whatever the hell you guys use.
The robots just, rather than go, they just disappear. They poured out.
Okay.
Your friends are still on the beach.
Squad, hit the bar. I want everybody in there on the floor and taped.
She's antsy. She doesn't want to go run to her
Strax is
friends
the first
just
one
yet,
through the
but-
door.
Okay.
She's-
I'm heading down to Riverbank to
Hold
grab
on.
the kids.
Hold on, let's go around. So Strax is taking his platoon through the door. You're going to the riverbank.
Yeah, with the other squad. There's going to be 3 squads in a platoon, so one squad was going to hit the bar, one squad was basically doing Overwatch, and one squad's heading to Riverbank. I'm taking the
And
Riverbank.
you're doing
one.
what?
And she is monitoring things in the van, but being very antsy because she wants to go down to her friends, but probably shouldn't do
Okay.
that.
So you're not a
Go
combat
ahead and
animal.
go ahead and make computer operations. Do you have a sensor system on your character?
What?
Sensor system? Sensors?
Sensors? I don't have that written
All right,
down.
go ahead and computer operations roll. Because the computer, the APC is, being a unit vehicle, is tied into various satellites and stuff, and you may notice something.
Good.
Okay.
It's going to be harder to do it with computer ops than it would be with sensors. You head to the beach.
Yeah.
I need a athletics roll, a running roll, to get there in time. Difficulty is a 20.
Yeesh.
I did not see that roll.
16.
2 guards keep up with you.
Okay, 16 plus.
Yeah, you make it.
What's the athletics? Where is my athletics anywhere?
Running is a specific skill.
Oh, okay. That's going to be the back.
It's a type of skill.
It's going to be in the
an
back
athletic
then.
type skill.
Yeah, so 16 plus 6, yeah, 21.
All right. So you guys
Thank
get there in time. The 2 Arabs are saying they're not dead yet. They're like, oh my god, holding their guts, where the guy shot them expertly in the guts.
Oh,
So they'll
great.
take time to
There's-
die.
Yeah, well, not only that, we can save them and actually interrogate them if we want to. Do we want to?
One of the unit guys who looks old and grizzled. And you can just tell by the way he walks, he's a vet of like the British involvement in Afghanistan or something. He puts up his automatic weapon. He's tempted to pull the trigger.
We want them alive, I think.
So instead he just steps on the guy's fingers. Ah!
Let's see, you're bleeding out on the bank of the Thames, which is not exactly the cleanest spot in the whole fucking universe, and you've kidnapped friends of my friend. So I'm really pissed off at you right now. You can tell me what you want to know, and you get to see an ambulance, or you don't, and you sit the next hour here bleeding out, screaming your bloody murder, and crying for your mama.
We just sell them to the managers. That's all.
So you're selling your fellow human beings to the managers.
21.
You can tell that the energy this device used, whatever it was, it's arcing through the atmosphere a certain way. You just start trying to track it.
Yeah.
It lands in London, the other side of London, in another warehouse.
She makes note of that location and sends it to unit.
Okay.
Yes, we now officially have weird shit involved. With an
Yes.
alien or a human mad scientist, which by the way, they never do
abduction.
enough anymore. That's one thing I will say about the 2nd and 3rd Doctor. They always had those mad human scientists. I like those.
Yeah, alien abduction. Send a unit location of where they went to, so they can, organize their crap and get in there and take care of it.
Oh, by the way, we also want some print. We want to make some cast of these prints of these robots, because if they're Cybermen, we really want to know that.
All right. So you do your initial check, the Arab on interrogation. It says we sell them to managers for the fights. That's all.
The fights.
Yeah, mixed martial arts kind of thing. Roman gladiatorial thing. Best of the best.
Oh, really? So you're selling out your fellow species for basically money, right?
They aren't believers.
Uh-huh. And let me ask you a question there, my friend. What did the Quran say about harming innocents? What's the penalty for that?
Please, they're not innocents. They're all infidels.
Uh-huh. Did the Quran say infidels or believers when it said that? It just said people. It just said innocents, right?
Do not speak to me about the Quran.
Yeah, well, fuck you. All right.
The two unit guys go. One looks at that one and goes, American. Oh.
You. Where is the location of the fights?
We don't know. The managers to take them from us.
Uh-huh.
But it's broadcast weekly.
Do you keep records?
But who they took? Yes.
Alrighty. Where's the broadcast come from?
Somewhere here in London, they stream it live over the net to a specific signal. You have to have the signal to get to it. It's very cryptic.
Did you get that on you?
Oh yeah, we'll see what I can
Alright.
do about that.
You get to live. You've been a useful mammal.
You roll it.
Oh yeah, hacking or ops or what?
See, the great thing about a signal is the signal never really disappears. Contrary to
Well,
myth, you
was
can
a
track
great
that
roll.
forever.
12 plus 20. Oh wait, no, not 20. That would be 16.
Suddenly, a pentacle shows up on your computer screen.
Okay.
And the words, and every electronic device inside the APC fries out.
Ooh. Does anybody have a spare computer around here?
Oh, that's okay.
One of the very rough-looking bikers, when he hears the shot, goes, I've got a laptop.
Fork is over.
He hands over his laptop, and on the top of the laptop there's things like AC/DC,
the classics.
AC/DC, Born to Ride, White Riders Only. You open it up, and there's a picture of Jill Scott, very famous black kind of pseudo gospel singer, and his laptop is playing "We Can Walk Around the Nation." You know, just.
You need to make up your mind, buddy. You can't have it both ways.
And they all look at him, and he goes, "What? I like big, beautiful women."
Another hacking roll, I guess.
Hey, I can't dispute the woman. The woman's got charisma. What can I say?
All right.
Another hacking
She
roll,
may
I
be
guess.
big, but she's got charisma.
Oh my god.
He's not used to cats being mean to him.
Patches is getting his mad on. I've never seen him do that. Usually he runs
he's not-
away.
Poochie's not used to cats being mean to him at all.
Ooh, that would have been a bit
He's used
better.
to licking the cat, actually.
22.
The computer goes down.
Here's some money for a new one.
Thank you.
Somebody else have a computer around here.
Darling, I think we need to get back to the mainframe for you.
I need to fly this place because they took my friend,
The air guy
which
goes-
is
No, they're live.
The other guy goes, "We actually broadcast it from here. Our system's got the passcode."
What the hell didn't you say that before, you idiot?
Because you didn't ask me and stuck a gun in my face!
Oh, he did. I did.
I didn't. I didn't stick a gun in his face. I was sticking the Arabs.
And you know, you're...
Show me right now, or I swear to God I'll start
Though I
shoving
have to
my
admit,
foot as
shooting
far
the
up your
arrow
ass as I
probably
can.
definitely got me some cachet with these people.
I do not take orders from a woman. Strax steps up and goes, "You do now, sir." He looks at Strax confused.
He's a woman.
Inshallah, the guy says, and he goes, and sets the computer up, and the computer sure enough has a direct feed, and you see this ring. It looks a lot like an MMA octagon. The only difference is that you can tell rather than chain link fence, there are force fields running behind. The logo of it is a pentacle inside a circle. And around the pentacle is written in English letters on the top, and then some foreign alien language below it. The 5 Points Fight Network.
Okay.
Okay. She's going to make sure unit has the ability to see what she's seeing, and she's gonna, see what she can find out.
Okay.
Techie stuff.
In the ring, you see a guy, kind of a big martial arts looking guy, warming up. And across the ring from him steps in something that looks vaguely humanoid, but it has big spiked teeth, kind of a long ovular head, and no hair.
Have you ever seen something like that before?
Drax goes, it's a weevil.
A wolf?
A what?
A weevil. They're found all over Wales. Bloody Welsh, someone says.
Ooh.
Now, be nice.
And they've got the weevil like on a chain wheel. It's like, it's clearly going to try to kill this human. The human goes, his gloves start to glow like this weird hum and light display. He taps the boots he's wearing together. They kind of all glow, so basically all his striking surfaces have some kind of energy to them. And they go into a fight. And he's fighting this guy like he fight MMA. And he eventually beats the weevil, knocks it down, takes it out, puts his hands up. Crowd cheers. You see money changing hands in the crowd, scorecards. There's a plaque that comes up. Just like any other MMA fight. At a minute, 30 seconds, Dashing Johnny from Upton takes out a weevil.
What does the
And
crowd
now-
look like?
What's that?
What does the crowd look like?
Mixed people.
Is it any aliens in there?
Nope, just all humans.
Just all humans?
And now, folks, for your fighting pleasure, a freak of nature, a warrior beyond compare. Whole planets fear the mention of this person's name.
Oh my God.
We present you
The Doctor.
the Doctor.
So
That's why
he
it's
usually
really
has a
Walk
good
the Doctor, and
excuse.
he's wearing these large, oversized like cuffs, and they put him in like some of his guards are, like broken bones. They put him in there, take the cuffs off. First thing he does, he grabs one of the guards, throws him as hard as he can, all the way across the ring.
A good
Yeah.
tool.
High gravity regeneration.
Yeah.
Wham! Into the force field. The guy just kind of bounces. Bong.
Good job there.
Oh, Jesus.
You all know the Doctor, and he's a warrior. Strax is like immediately on the phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
she's-
just going to say, boop.
She is
HQ.
gonna try to track where she's gonna try to track to see if she can
We
find
found
where
the
this
Doctor.
signal is going.
Good news and bad news. We found the Doctor. Good news is he's still alive. Bad news is he's in a death match ring.
Yeah, she's gonna try to track and find where the
We
signal is
present you something
originating
that
or whatever.
other people have tried. Whole armies have tried, but we have accomplished here at the 5 Points Fighting Network.
Oh boy.
The Doctor, really fighting for his life. And the other side of the force field opens, and in walks this big, oversized, white, hairy, ape-looking like thing. You recognize it.
Yeah.
Martian ape.
Yep.
Burrows!
Okay.
You get the pre-fight card! Kill that man! You see the ape going, there, and it comes to the Doctor.
Great.
She gonna be able to track the location of this place?
Oh,
'Cause
we already
she's
have the
that's
location of
what-
the place.
Oh,
you have
they do?
a way in.
Problem is the APC's fried, so we're not going anywhere right now.
Go ahead,
Oh.
go ahead and roll your computer ops.
Oh heck, she might hijack their teleporter system. I don't know. See if they can teleport them there.
I would love to do that.
Let's see, 16,
40 guys and one Saturnian pissed off,
28.
black-hitting Saturnian.
28. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So, you find their network, all right, and you get one of their operators online, and you see this android on the computer coming up. Yes, do you have a delivery?
Oh yes, we have.
Oh
so
yes,
much.
we have 4 humans.
Centaur. Strax says, tell them you have a brave Centauran warrior. My people are well known for their fighting prowess. I'll fetch a high price.
And a brave Centauran warrior.
Excellent. We offer you 50,001 pounds.
50,001 pounds.
50,000 really? No, 60 or 70 maybe?
50,000 is the current going rate for the humans and the Centauran together.
Fine. She didn't want to make it too easy for him.
Centauran takes his weapon, checks some things on it, and goes, right.
All right, boys, we're going in
Release a
hot.
pulse that would disable the robots, turn off their power. Once we have that, we get their triangle teleporter. We go right there. Platoon, form up.
Ooh, excuse me.
Men, I'm about to lead you into a glorious battle. You see all the unit guys go. Oh, yeah. Do your best. That if you die, you do not die uselessly. Take at least 3 of the enemy with you each.
One at 5.
I like the way the American thinks. This is why they are a superpower, and you are a second-rate British naval pool.
So the computer.
Some of the unit guys are like, really? Second rate, you say?
So the computer that she's working on, is it a laptop or just a regular computer?
It's an actual server they have there at the bar.
Hey, you
Okay.
3,
Is
stay here with her.
Is there a laptop that she can use? Because
Sure.
I don't know if she might be. Because if she's there,
Sure, grab the
she
others.
might. Yeah, if she's actually in the warehouse location, she might be able to have access to things that she
Right.
wouldn't necessarily have
You 3,
access here.
you're with her. Don't leave her for 1 second.
Right. One looks, he goes, you know how to use a gun, right?
Okay, I tend to be a very bad shot.
Trust me, you don't want to give her a gun. She's more dangerous to you than anybody else.
Regardless, you work for a unit and you've not been trained in firearms yet.
It's not like I've had the time. The doctor keeps taking off with me.
Well, when this is over, I got a little free time. Maybe, I can take you down to the range and teach you how to shoot. Observation?
Oh, God.
Now is not the time, Private.
Oh, God. Really bad roll.
Her observation
And
still
a grand
sucks.
total of 8.
You don't realize he's flirting with you. You think he's genuine.
Yeah, sure. That should be good. It would be really
Excellent.
Because I'd
He
rather
writes
not
down his
shoot
number and
people.
slides in your pocket. Don't lose that.
All right. So I need
Corporal.
to call you.
That was about as smooth as sandpaper.
She's Irish. I imagine she likes it rough, sir.
Slap.
You slap him, he turns with it, he goes, ooh.
Takes the paper out and stuffs it in his mouth. You can keep that. I'll get it from him.
Alright. Jack says, here they come. The war comes up, bam, the 3 robots appear. Whoosh, the robots all kind of go,
Dunk.
Ooh, righty.
All
Teleporter.
right, let's go.
take those into custody. Troops around. The lieutenant goes, I've seen this before.
Hmm?
Do you know
This
how to
is,
use it?
they can't be, that race is extinct. This is Gimlet technology.
You get what?
Huh?
Gimlet. They come from a planet that has no gravity.
Oh, good. So they should be nice and delicate then.
One would think that.
I take it they're not.
They look something like what one of your American authors from Rhode Island would call Starspawn.
Oh, shit. I hate things.
Very
with
tenderly.
tentacles. I hate things with tentacles.
Oh, great. Cthulhu.
He raises it. Here we go. Boom. And you all are in a long, narrow hallway, looking at some very surprised robots.
Oh, good. We're in a kill zone. Let's see for whom first.
It's like, here's the teleporter pad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Robots are here like, what? And then down at the edge, you see some doors and 2 more robots there.
Kill him.
Initiative.
Ew.
Let's see. 10.
3.
Plus 4. That's 14.
You're going first.
Okay, jeez.
Good.
Let's see what they do against 60,000 feet per second depleted uranium shells.
Okay. Your pistol.
Mm-hmm. And I don't do shit.
Holy shit! Roll again.
Oh, God.
Oh. Oh, that's a bad fumble.
Oh, boy. So he blows up the building in the process?
I could have.
It's just a failure, actually. It's not even a fumble. It's not -10. You are so lucky. So you fire. He's like 20 feet away, and you missed him. You're like, what the hell?
It's not my day.
It must have been teleporting.
Yeah.
Threw you off your aim. Sataran goes next.
He does well.
Wham! His robot explodes. The 2 unit guys go next. They look at the 2 robots down there. Small controlled bursts. One completely misses. The other one hits. Inflicting 13 points of damage, and that robot shuts down. Leaving just 1 active robot who goes next. That robot touches its arm, and a series of spikes fly through the air. Everybody needs to make a dodge roll. The total to be dodge against is a 23. Sataran's out of the way with his 26.
Where is my damn dodge? All the way down there. Okay. So 23.
You're out of the way. Barely, but actually, at 23 you got nicked.
Mm-hmm.
One skimmed your skin. I need a dodge roll from you. 23 total. You had skimmed for 4 points of damage, and I need a save against the poison on the blade.
Oh, shit.
What'd you get?
I got 1.
Roll again.
14.
Oh, you have 3 levels of failure. All right. Would your character like to spend a luck point?
Is she gonna die if she doesn't?
If not, it's 66 of damage and then the poison.
20 total.
Oh, yeah, she would be very dead, so yeah, luck point.
Make me a luck roll for me. Roll a d20. You got a what?
20 total.
20 total. You save against the poison. You're not paralyzed.
Oh my god!
Well, considering that I got freaking extremely lucky,
What'd you roll?
A 1.
You're supposed to wait till I'm looking.
considering I got stage conscious, pain resistance.
Oh, that's
and
better.
and so on and so forth.
17.
17.
Yes.
17.
Hey, I don't mind missing the robot because it's either that or sooner or later things don't go smooth. It's going to bite me in the ass. So I got it out of the way early on.
Very small advantage, it says.
Ain't that right, Poochie?
I think the very small advantage will be is that the laptop you're holding
Uh-huh.
ends up taking the bolt rather than you.
Okay.
That sound decent? So you see the spike and be like, ah! Pshing! And there's a spike that's sitting there through the laptop about an inch from your eye.
Is she gonna have to roll a willpower not to freak out too bad about that?
I would say that was going to be sufficiently scary,
You know,
yes.
that's the third laptop in less than 15 minutes.
Yes.
I know.
I am not letting you near my computer.
I rolled a 19. Let me see what will.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you have those down. You have this hallway down there with those doors. And because they're not expecting anything bad, there's no cameras. They don't know you're here yet.
Oh, good. Let's use that.
I need a new computer.
So Tarn goes over, opens up one of the robot's arms, and goes, oh, spike thrower. Takes off the spike throwing apparatus, hands it to you.
Are you sure you're going to trust me with
It
this?
has only 10 bolts. Be very careful. And it won't be that effective against the robots. There's a paralytic inside, and he explains how it works. You just depress this, and it fires pneumatically.
Okay. Keep very carefully pointed to the ground while
From
she
inside the doors, you hear crowd.
The doctor's probably through there. There should be a control room around here too.
One of you guys opens the door, looks down, and goes, we're right by the locker rooms. There are people in the locker rooms besides ones like the fighters waiting to go out, probably also guards. Right. You have. Take this out. You have. Take this out. Quiet. Silencers on. They all take out these tubes, put the silencers on their weapons.
Ah, well. Oh, well. I just won't shoot until they know we're here.
Within a matter of like a couple of rounds, you guys have secured both sides of the hallway. You have a whole platoon of unit guys with you.
Yeah, 40 guys. We're
Alright.
going to take this out pretty quick.
Alright, so you have these two areas secured. And then you're looking at the actual main part of the warehouse. So the warehouse is set up. Right, with the ring in the middle. A crowd around that. And then from that, there are 4 main entryways.
So basically, we're
You guys
looking.
are coming this way. Up here you see booths on stilts. Which, you know, high price plays, you know, camera stuff and things like that.
So basically, we're
And
looking.
lights.
So basically, this is like a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All we need now is a short Belgian guy with lots of muscles.
Inside the ring, you see the doctor. He's just knocked out the ape. He's got a couple of scratches on him. He's breathing heavily. And they're like, and now we present one of the doctor's most fearsome foes. We have scoured the universe looking for her, and we have found the one person the doctor cannot kill, but can kill him.
Well,
The wife.
oh wait, he had a wife.
Very tragic story. Depends on when they snag her.
Yeah, well, if they snag her early enough, she still wants to kill him. I mean, really wants to kill him, not in the
Wife,
Oh, I have
wifely
to.
sort of way.
Yeah.
So hold
Or
on.
the Smith Jones kind of way.
yeah.
Oh,
By
so
the way, are they doing well?
She's sleeping on the couch.
so his wife tried to kill him at first, but then they got married later.
It's a long, twisted story apparently, and I don't even have half of it.
Apparently, he has
Not even that
muscular
much of it.
tendencies.
You
I know
look
just a gist.
You look in the ring, and there's the doctor. You can't hear what he's saying, but he's trying to talk to a woman who looks like she's in her mid, maybe late 40s, and big frizzy hair, and she has a pair of swords in each hand. She's trying to kill him.
Yeah, that's early
He's
on.
backing up, trying to block.
I need a computer.
That's why she's looking around for.
Or you could shoot a dart in her ass,
I don't know. I might hit him.
and that's a problem. Why?
So Taran looks and goes. Taran looks around the room, and he goes,
All right, well, we need to.
up
We
in
need,
those towers, there are guards in case something gets out of hand.
you need to take out the guards
There's
first.
also guards by each of the entryways. My men will take care of the guards. I will help defeat Miss Riversong. But that still leaves whoever the coordinator is. And for what it seems like, if I'm looking at these towers and these boxes correctly, he's in one of these areas. We take him out, the rest of his flunkies will either flee or stay put. One thing that confused me, though, is as looking around, is I don't see any exits from the building.
Transport.
Can
Can we be
transported in and out.
teleported in?
Mhm.
So we need to leave some people here to guard the transfer so no one can get out. He appoints a couple of unit guys to do that.
Okay, lock the doors behind us. Don't let anybody in or out.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
She's
Let's
looking
go
at
kill
my
some people.
Because if she can mess with those force fields.
lethal force is authorized for everybody but the chick in the ring and the doctor, reluctantly.
Make a couple of awareness rolls. See if you can discover where they are by looking from here.
I'm not rolling for shit tonight.
14.
There is indeed a control
14.
pad right by the ring. There's also the generators right by the ring. So they got to get you there and guard you. I volunteer for the duty, says one of the guys that, was flirting with you.
Yes, well, keep your dick in your pants and keep her alive. Alright?
Bill Grizzle Afghan Dad's like, I'll do it too. Don't worry, dear. I'll protect you from Vincent. That's it.
Good, because I'll shove a bolt up his where it don't shine if he touches or anything.
Right. On the count of 3. 1, 2. He kicks the doors open. Strax is in first and yells, Sontana! I mean, for God and Queen! I'm sorry, it wouldn't be Queen Elizabeth anymore.
Who
2050.
cares?
Who would it be?
Who gives a shit?
King
Let's say it's a queen.
something.
For Queen and country!
Oh, by the way, halt. Oh, they didn't halt. Go kill him.
And his initial blast, the blaster still says like off to the side where he thinks people might be violent.
Mhm.
Everybody roll initiative.
Cease and desist. I say in a very soft point.
I said it.
Exactly.
8.
9.
8, 9. Alright, you're going before she is. Strax is going after both of you, and all of you guys go after that.
Okay. Well, I shoot at anything that looks hostile.
You see several of the guards. They all look human, dressed in black suits, all looking at you. And when you guys charge out, you see them reaching for weaponry. So you take one of the guards down by the.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I hit something for once.
He tries to dodge and does not succeed. As he
yeah.
draws, he pulls out a weird-looking ray kind of blaster thing.
Oh boy.
Okay, let's see. I have to really get these. I have to get all my friggin' stuff on the front. So let's see, +8. Well, that's a 14 altogether there. And then a +2, so let's see, 19 plus 14.
That's 25.
Mm-hmm. I'm very, very good with the pistol.
You actually only nicked him. He had a total of 23. You have a partial success. So you're going to roll a standard damage from your pistol and half it. It's probably still enough to put most humans down.
Let's see, 6, 5, 11.
11 points?
No, it's at 6 and 5. That's 11 plus 4. 15. Have it 7.
Have it rounded up 8.
8 points.
Okay. So he takes 8 points. That's a good sized wound. That's actually a moderate wound. He manages to stay conscious. He fires back. And don't bother. Remember, he was trying to dodge a bunch of other stuff between action pedals and everything else.
Mhm.
Shot goes wild. Don't worry about it. But you notice that the blasters using from him firing it are kind of sonic stunner because you hear. You actually hear like a sound bolt go by you. So they're not armed with anything lethal.
Okay. Oh well, I don't know that.
Think about it. If one of the guys gets away, they want to capture him. They can fight in the ring. It's the ring sport, right?
Anya was thinking, oh,
Okay.
maybe I should get one of those.
2 other fire at you, both missing miserably.
Oh.
Very poor rolls. Don't worry about it. And then 2 of them fire at Strax.
Oh boy.
That's just gonna piss them off.
Oh.
I mean, I've seen Strax get thrown off a 16-story. What was it? How tall's the?
Oh,
how tall's Big Ben?
crap.
I don't know.
How tall's Big Ben?
Really, really tall.
Because
So that's on the dice roll to hit Strax right there.
oh,
40 on the dice.
Ow.
Sontara, Queen and Country. Boom! And he hits the ground, and you hear him go ah as he's holding his ears from the sonic stunner. He is out like a light.
'cause,
Oh,
he got
great.
thrown off the Big Ben. He got thrown off Big Ben once, and he got up from that.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Alright.
they're damn near indestructible. Sonatarians are.
Okay, so he's out.
Great.
The other guys kick up a couple of guys fire back. By the end of the round, you 2 are both up at the ring,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's going
and
for
one
the...
of your guards is with you. The old grizzle guy. The young guy got hit by a disruptor. He's dead.
Okay, good.
Alright? So you're going to try to hack the computer.
Yes.
Alright, it's going to be much more difficult than just hacking the computer when you're not being fired at.
Well, duh.
So I need you to roll.
Oh. Ooh, it's a good roll.
Yeah, it is. 19 plus whatever you're gonna snatch on there.
Yeah, which I just can't add 19 and 12 in my head.
31.
31.
Beat it by 3.
Whew.
You have a success, not a partial. You have a success. You're good. Boom. You have now control of the force fields.
Okay, so it'd probably be a good idea to bring him down, so that way the doctor's not constrained in there with
Would
psycho.
you do some XP?
Huh?
Put the force fields just around the river.
Oh yeah, they can move.
They can now.
It's Doctor Who. You can always come up with something like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Right? You know how many times the Doctor
then-
takes a system and like jimmies it to do something it's not supposed to do.
Yeah, true. I just thought maybe they were stationary or something. Okay,
And
sure.
any
Yeah, sure.
real bad guys, yes, they would be. Or there might be one emitter that can like catch people to keep them from moving.
Mhm.
But this is the Doctor Who reality. You can make up something with the story and change it, and I'll just roll with it because it's the Doctor Who reality.
Okay, so yeah, she'll put it around River then.
Okay? You trap River in a bunch of force fields. Right? She's about to stab it. Sink!
Question. While she's doing that, I'm gonna be looking up high to see who reacts the hardest to their game being disrupted.
Give me an odd.
Ah, shit. I am not rolling well tonight. So that's gonna be 11.
Okay. You don't see anyone in particular, but a lot of people are very distressed because there's a lot of money riding on these fights. And as you look around the crowd, you notice a lot of people are very well to do. There's a couple of local British MPs. There's a couple of people that are prominent in the London business community.
Make sure the teleporter's not working.
People from foreign countries. You don't see anybody from like foreign planets, but I mean, there's a lot of people. A couple of Arab oil sheiks.
Really make sure nobody teleports out of here.
Okay, so she's gonna make sure that none of the teleporters work until she says so.
Matter of fact, if you can, break it.
They need a way out of there though.
No,
we
we don't.
Yeah, we don't know how they got in.
No, that's the point. The unit can always get into us. We don't want these people getting out until we damn well want them to.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
so into that round,
Mhm.
give me your rolls.
Or initiative. Ooh, better.
14 plus 4, so 18 altogether. You okay?
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just getting over some stuff, and my back is still hurting.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world too.
Alrighty. So you have what, Matthew?
18.
You have a.
7.
How do you have an 18 on D6 plus bonuses?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rolling. For some reason, I was rolling that.
Yeah, you're on old D20 style there.
Sorry. Habit. Really old habit. 7 plus 4 is 11.
So 11, 8. Okay.
7.
First person goes the bad guy. Suddenly, teleporting into the field with 3 robot bodyguards
Told you to knock the teleporter out.
is a human-looking gentleman in a business suit.
Getting there. Whoa.
Doctor, surely we can come to some accommodation.
It's not the doctor.
And the robots all go shh and point their guns at him. I have a very strong negotiating position, you see, Doctor. I've armed all these robots with lethal nerve toxins, even one that will affect a Gallifreyan such as yourself. They'll also prevent regeneration.
Fantastic.
Doctor stands up and goes, "You're right, we can reach an accommodation."
Force field around them.
He motions a hand to you, pointing.
Okay, what is he pointing at?
This hand pointing to the other force field emitter that's there.
Okay,
Is it?
so
Put a force
yeah.
field around him.
Is it her turn yet?
Right, so the doctor's going to blab to distract this guy. And he succeeds.
I'm perfectly willing to shoot the guy.
Alright, here we go.
Well, is there anybody else still hostile besides this guy?
There's some various firefights around the ring, yeah.
Are the unit guys holding themselves out pretty well?
It's going pretty well, yeah.
I'm going to hold my action.
You're holding. Got it. So then it's up to you.
Okay, she's going to put the force field
I'm going to put a
around
bead
that
on
guy.
Mr. Businessman.
And is his like teleporter thing independent from the system that she's on, or could she disable
It's
that?
independent from the system you're on right now. You're just where the force fields are.
Put
Okay.
where the force field is. Put a
Do I
force
need to
field
roll
on
for
his
the
ass.
force field?
Yes, because you're making another operation.
Oh, that wasn't good. 14.
Well, this time no one's actually firing at you.
Matter of fact, go ahead and spend a luck point if you have to.
I don't have any more.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You are.
That's okay. I have 2 actions though, so I can try again.
You want
You
to
got
use one of
14
mine?
altogether.
Yeah.
You want to use one of mine?
You've failed to get the shields to work the way you want to.
She gets 2 actions, so can she try
Try
again?
Got to say, you want to use one of my luck points? I still got all
I
of
don't know
mine.
if we
No,
can
you can only use her.
share.
She only use her own.
Yeah. Okay, that's a better roll. That's a 25.
That one succeeds by 5. You have a critical success. So the doctor's like, you're right, we come to the foundation. I'm a perfectly reasonable human being. I just don't respond well to violence and threats of death, which is why, and your shield comes up right away, zoop, he's now in a separate shield with his 3 robots. I have taken the liberty of having my assistant trap you in your own little force fields. That smiles.
Now, let's get to
Reaches
the
over to
teleporter.
one of the robots, takes one of the darts out in each hand, and then walks through the force screen. When he walks through the force screen,
That's no
his
fair.
holographic display shorts out, and you have this being that looks kind of like this.
Ow. Got an ant bite on my finger or something. I don't know. It's like crazy.
Where'd you get a snap bite on your finger?
I was doing yard work today. That's the reason I was running late.
Oh, okay.
I got distracted. I figured a couple of hours would be plenty of time, and it ended up being over almost 3. I lost track of time. I was busy in the front yard yanking out sand spurs.
So,
Nasty little things, those.
Yes, they are. And this area around Manatee County, they're really prolific because this is all standing hill country.
this is its head with 5 independent eye stalks that kind of like all run around.
Great.
This is its middle level where its version of arms are that have manipulator tendrils.
Mhm.
And then down here are its bottom tendrils, all in a slender body. So it's like it's got 15 limbs coming off its body in 3 circles of 5.
Yuck. So this is like, a bad guy.
Yes.
Really, really bad guy.
Yes.
Gee, she couldn't
Everybody,
electrify it.
shoot it.
It's pretty horrific Cthulhu looking, yes.
Oh boy.
So I think that at this point, everybody who's wearing a unit patch on it can pretty much distinguish kill it as their primary
Well,
thought when it comes to their heads when they see it.
Strax is out, so you might want to give that order.
Yeah. Kill it!
Kill it!
Kill it!
Can you get a leadership roll?
Damn!
Oh!
I'm
you-
spinning.
yeah.
I'm spinning a point because I'm sick and tired of rolling these ones when I really
Roll it
need it.
again. 12, and your charisma bonus and other leadership rolls. It could be the oration skill, actually. Think about it.
I really need to get this thing memorized. Okay. 26.
26, you say.
Mm-hmm.
You have a critical success. Every single unit soldier hears your command, turns, and instantly obeys.
And I'm shooting too. And I finally when it's probably overkill, I finally roll well.
A hit, a miss, a miss, a miss.
That's a hit.
Miss, a miss, a miss, a miss, and a hit. That's 3 unit guys. Alright, so 6 of the guys firing who are closer to fire and hit. You had a what?
14, 16, that's a 30, 32.
32?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You will hit for 2 extra dice of damage. The average unit damage is going to be 11 points per rifle.
Let's see. Okay, that's a 10. That's an 8. And that's a 5. So 15, 8, 25 points altogether.
All the gunfire hits it. You see the bullets hitting the body, but the body is so rubbery and stuff that just kind of like ripples underneath the bullet shock. I mean, it's not moving,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just kind of dancing. And one of the guys next to you goes, Yep, I agree with Brigadier General Leffler Stewart. Just once, I want to meet some flunky that bullets work on. And he loads a red clip into his rifle. He throws you a red clip. Experimental. Let's hope it doesn't blow up on us. He fires again.
Yes, finally.
He
Something halfway
misses.
decent.
He misses, and when he pulls it, things that look like stereotypical laser rays from a bad sci-fi movie fire out of his barrel and melt his barrel. Ah, shit.
36.
You take one shot. You will roll 3 extra d6 damage. Roll a total of 66 for me. As the gas that converts into a ray blast as it leaves your ballistic weapon.
Boy.
Let's see, 12, and 2. I rolled sly guys on this. So 12 is 25 points again.
25 points this time of energy damage, though.
Mm-hmm.
So you smack the beastie. One of its arms falls off. It looks down at it. You see the scar bud over and more growth start.
It's regrowing. That's just not nice.
I never thought I would say this, says the doctor. But keep shooting! He drops down next to you. Looks at the force field emitter.
You just die already!
She's watching him.
Just die already.
I will take care of the force field around River. You hack those robots.
15.
With the force or the what? She'd have to find a computer though for that.
You're at the computer terminal right there with
Oh,
the
okay.
controls
So
being controlled.
she can use that. Okay. I'll certainly do that with pleasure. And by the way, for Christ's sake, keep your cell phone
24.
on you next time.
24.
24?
Yeah.
You smack it this time for 5d6 worth of damage.
Whoop! Damn it. Ah.
We cannot let it get away. We cannot let it get away.
17.
I wasn't planning to. I was planning on
19
blowing the
points.
damn thing up.
19 points.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other arms flies off. Wriggles on the ground a little bit.
Yeah, was it holding the...
I assume those are the ones you shoot for first.
Yeah.
This is Doctor Who. Those are the ones you shoot for first.
Yeah.
The lethal dart things are on. It's still now starting to like walk forward towards the doctor where she is.
Yeah, but at least...
Fortunately, its natural form is not that fast.
Fortunately, also, it's no longer armed. Well, as far as we know.
Think of like a zombie shuffling, right? That's what it looks like.
Everybody just keep shooting at it. Who cares if it hits it or not?
The doctor does some quick jimmy. Looks up at it, pulls out a sonic screwdriver. You see the holographic display thing on its hip. Short circuit and electrical discharge goes all the way through its body and kind of sits there stationary and jerks for a while. I'm not sure how long that electric stun is going to last.
So, 10... 22.
Goodbye, sweetie. She ports out of the ring.
22.
Right, problem delayed. 22.
Mm-hmm.
Strike roll this time 46. It's not enough to. Actually, no, it's not stationary anymore, so it's still 66. Because it's a stationary target now.
Oh, cool.
He was shocking him.
4, 4, 5. So full 4, that's 13 points.
Come on, Billy.
You hit it like kind of dead center, and a hole appears, and you see the hole start to close.
It's a plant, right? Basically, for all practical purposes.
No, it's more like a big starfish.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, great. So we got the creature from the Black Lagoon coming at us.
Would you terribly mind small force fields around those bits that are falling off so they don't grow more of it?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be bad. What kills a starfish really well?
Blowing it up?
Besides that.
Poison tends to work pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Poison.
I've got some paralytic.
Dart.
Jab it!
Zap!
Alright. You run up and make a melee roll.
Mm-hmm.
It tries to dodge. Ooh.
It dodged.
And then it comes back and tries to slap you with its head.
And I'm going to dodge. And I dodge.
What's your total?
Oh, total? Dodge is on the back, I think.
Uh-huh.
Where is it? Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's on the front. You did put it in here though, right?
Yes, it did. You just cited it earlier in the game.
I know. I can't find it all of a sudden. This is one problem having a really long skill list. Oh, there it is. Way the hell down here. Okay, so 18 plus 6.
24.
24.
You get snagged.
Crap. How in the hell, like...
You take 1 point of damage from
How
the once attack.
How the hell does this thing outroll me on that? I thought it was slow.
It is slow, but it's agile.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Alright, then you should have another action.
Mm-hmm.
Should I stab it again?
Oh, yeah. Am I using my knife skill?
Yeah, I would say this is now just a knife, yeah.
Oh, that should have had a plus 8 on that then.
Okay.
That would have been a 26.
Roll again. 24 altogether.
Mhm.
You get a good stab, and you feel it poke in. Now, the reason why the bullets weren't doing as much is because traveling through the air, they of course begin to deform, become kind of rounded.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't really poking at skin. You're right there able to jam and push and get that in.
Well, that's okay. It makes perfect
Alright.
sense. That's the reason why knife works on a Kevlar vest.
So you stab through and under, you
Bullets
feel
are
it go straight,
basically
and you see the beastie kind of go,
Bullets are basically
and it
blunt.
just kind of all collapses on top of you. Now,
Great.
picture,
That's okay. I'm cap. Things don't go smooth. I'm expecting something like this.
which
to
is why I
happen.
went like that. So, picture a big rope. Picture a rope that's like 1.5 feet thick. So that's like the diameter of its body. And it weighs about 300 some pounds.
I got an anchor rope on me.
You're sitting underneath all this stuff, and it's starting to smell like dead fish.
Oh.
And things from the wound are oozing all over you.
Oh God, the Joneses or Smith Joneses or whatever are not gonna want you sleeping over there tonight.
I think we got it, sir.
Uh-huh. Get it the fuck off me now.
You're hacking the robots this turn. Roll your hack.
Ooh, that wasn't too good.
Not so much, no.
Yeah, 15.
You managed to turn robots off.
Okay.
Okay. You guys arrest everybody. And you guys are like, you know,
Excuse me.
the higher-ups aren't going to be pleased that we killed this prisoner. Doctor goes, not our fault. Strax ordered us to attack. They all turn and look at the straps.
It's still out.
He authorized lethal force. He ordered you to go in there for the greater glory of Santara and Queen and Country. I heard it. Didn't you hear it? He says, the Afghan guy. You know, I do recall hearing something like that in passing. He was the next guy. Yeah, I kind of remember hearing that too. Me too. Yeah. So something about how war, he was getting tired of lactating right before battle. Yeah, I like this.
The loyalty of you people.
Oh, trust me. When Strax wakes up, he'll still take credit for it. So it makes the plan so beautiful.
So it's all over now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? So they're pissed we killed the boss?
She
I figured that was self-defense, actually.
She goes up to the doctor and slaps him. That's for getting yourself caught. And then she hugs him. That's for nearly getting yourself killed.
Oh, I want to hug him too.
You can't. You're still underneath the monster.
Well, I told him to get the damn thing off me.
They're going, ugh. The doctor with you, after being slapped and you hug him, goes, oh, the Irish. Several thousand years of continued grieving tradition.
She lets him go. She's like, don't ever do that again.
Yes, Mom.
That's right.
Hello, help! Force field suddenly appear underneath the monster and lift it up.
Yeah. I'm going to give the doctor a hug for helping me.
No. That's okay. That's fine. You don't have to. Slimy bits. Blah.
Hey, I'm not traveling back.
That's
with
for getting
you.
caught and leaving me with your fucking bar to run.
What bar?
The pub you bought yesterday.
I bought a pub?
Yes, you did.
You bought a pub.
I bought a pub.
Yes, you did.
News to me. I bought a pub?
Yes, you did.
Why did I buy a pub?
Because you wanted to live like the common guy. Be a working man.
It does sound kind of nice that you say that.
Be a cook.
Yeah, I'm a good cook. I can do cook. Yeah. I can make pub work.
And I'm the
sure.
general manager.
I must have been really drunk.
Yes. Well, see, the thing is if you fire me, not only will I hug you again with this jacket on, I will shoot you in the ass. I won't kill you. I'll just shoot you in the ass. And you can show up at unit and get the bullet out of your ass.
Well, speaking of unit, we have a lot of paperwork to do.
No. That's right.
Or rather, I should say that Strax volunteered to fill out all the reports for us on this one.
And so did you. For getting us in this situation.
Us? I was the one in the ring almost killed by my wife.
And you're different from many other husbands because?
Oh wait, my friends
You
nearly
drug
got
us
sent
into
here.
your own freaking marital dispute. You got men shot at.
The only reason why we knew we were
We
here
have a
is-
national scandal on our hands because of you.
We're fine.
And that is a damn fine tutu.
Look at the doctor's face is just like,
Yeah, now I think she's probably just now noticing that he is wearing a tutu.
It's like, what are you wearing a tutu for? Is that lipstick?
That is incredible.
right, well, now that I've almost been killed
Oh, by the way, you
and
have,
humiliated, have my character assassinated, I'm going to go
Do we
clean
have-
up.
do you have the footage for this?
I don't know.
The footage was broadcast over this illegal network. Yeah, it exists somewhere.
Oh yeah, find that. Let's give it to Unit and broadcast it. Doctor Who in a tutu fighting his wife.
I don't know. It depends on, you know.
Either that or just keep it around for some really good blackmail material in the future.
I think I like that idea better.
Yeah.
So you guys clean up. Unit goes through its normal process. Strax eventually wakes up. Everybody says the same story to him.
Actually, it was I gave the order, but I'm not going to contradict.
This also means Strax takes the heat for not trying to capture the alien.
Well, the alien was trying to kill the Doctor, who is a valuable, almost. I mean, let's just face facts. He's a one-of-a-kind asset to saving our planetary ass on a regular occasion. So, Strax simply could not take chances in that regard.
And you eventually both get phone calls. It's John. Congratulations. Work well done. I'll expect you for debriefing later this evening. How's our friend?
Well, after getting the slime off him,
And
and
the
a tutu,
tutu and the
and the
lipstick.
lipstick, and the blackmail material.
He just had to fight his wife.
Yes.
One of you should probably be a comforting here. Preferably the one with the kinder, gentler nature. So,
That would be her.
since that's neither one of you, I'm going to recommend something I wouldn't normally recommend.
Oh, what's that?
Take him to see Martha Jones.
I don't think her husband's going to be happy with that.
Mickey can deal with it.
No
Alright.
disputing that.
We'll call her, go get some and have him taken over there.
Yeah, shooty. Okay, wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He loves his belly being rubbed.
Yeah, he was begging me to rub his belly earlier. Give him a good long belly rub.
At least he's fixed.
So,
Yeah, I'll give Martha a call. Let her know that I'll be seeing the doctor over for some wet shoulder time, and explain the basic circumstances to her. Inform her that telling Mickey the circumstances and why the doctor's coming over would probably be good for her marriage, and that, however, no matter how much he bitches and moans, he is under orders from Unit to suck it up. And if he wishes, he can come down to the bar down here, and I'll make sure I'll feed him all the beer he needs to pass out.
And he's probably gonna want to check on our friends.
okay, let's actually roleplay that. So you call.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you call Smith Jones residence. It's Martha picking up the phone.
Doc, I got some good news and got some bad news.
Let me hear it.
The good news is the doctor's alive and well, and not exactly. Well, he's alive. Let's put it that way. He was kidnapped and forced into a ring to fight to the death against his wife.
Oh, so he's in a bad way, huh?
Yeah, he needs some definite wet shoulder time.
Well, I would love to do that, but my husband's incredibly jealous right now.
Well, that's the bad news part. Apparently, Unit has told me to tell you to tell him, or I can tell him if you want, that he's basically to suck it up. And if necessary, in order to help make that more palatable on my own initiative, I'm going to have him come down to the pub down here, and I'm going to hook him up to a beer stein until he basically passes out.
I love this idea.
Yes.
I am all for this idea.
I figured you'd love this idea. I love the idea. So, I will be sending the doctor your way once he's been decontaminated. Well, let's just say the alien that we had to kill to save his life was very icky and it got all over me, and in order to pay him back for that wonderful experience, I got all over him.
All right.
So there may be a slight odor about him when he shows up.
Sure, send him by. And here's my husband. Please tell him everything you just told me.
All right, Mickey, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is you're going to be coming down to the pub down here, and I'm going to feed you as much beer as you need to be comfortable with life. On
What's
my
the bad
tab.
news, Mike?
The reason why you need all that beer.
Which is?
The doctor's coming over to get some wet shoulder time.
There's just silence.
Now,
It's a direct order, is it?
yes it is. You're under orders to suck it up. He had to fight his wife to the death. Fortunately, she's still alive and he's still alive, or depending on your point of view in that regard. But having your wife come at you trying to slice your throat is not exactly something that most people handle well.
I'll be a good little soldier. I'll be there.
Oh, come on down. I have all the Guinness you can drink.
All right.
And hot women.
Now, what was it you were doing while this is going on?
Check up on her friends, see how they do.
Your friends are all like really freaked out, but they didn't see any of this. They're still back at the old bar.
Yeah.
All right. But they did see some people just disappear.
Yeah.
And so Marcus is like, it's all true. I told you, it's all true. Government has like secret teleportation facilities that they move things around so we can never find stuff. That's why there's like rarities and stuff.
Calm down, alright? It's not exactly what it seems. I just called in a favor.
Then I'll look at you suspiciously. A favor?
Yeah, favor.
What did you do? Who do you owe you favors? Are you really Anya, or are you some kind of like body snatcher?
Come on, you know very well I like blackmailing people.
Tell us something only the real Anya would know.
My brother's a dunce.
Everybody knows that.
I hate my mother.
We all know that too. Tiffany knows. I know.
What?
What's Marcus's penis size? You slept with him, right? And Marcus going. He's like, he's apparently told the other two that he slept with you and didn't tell you.
Marcus! What in the world were you thinking?
She's Anya! He says, trying to shut you up.
I swear to God, you bloody little...
She ducks behind Tim. Don't let her hit me!
She's chasing after him.
You know, I have got to meet these friends of yours.
Right. Flash forward to the bar. You're at the bar.
Yep.
He's there drinking.
All right. So, Mickey, how fast do you want these things, or do you want to pace yourself out for the evening? I do have a couch in the back.
He just doesn't answer. He says, I'll just get hit whenever.
Okay. So, with this gentleman, I go to the bartender. I tell the bartender, with him, he asks for it, you give it to him as much as he wants. He's not driving. He passes out, take him to the back, and put him on the couch.
Alexis comes over and goes, we'll take care of it, boss.
All right. Trust me, he deserves to get schnockered tonight.
Okay. And so, from the time he's there, he has supper while he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He has a very empty stomach. But he puts a good deal away. And since you're there, you're probably going to lock it up that night.
Mm-hmm.
As everybody leaves, he's there still drinking at the bar. And he's got that aura of the drunk that needs to talk about it, but doesn't know how to start the conversation.
Mickey, you've killed a lot of people, right?
More than I care to think of, yes.
And you love your wife.
Yes, but I'm not so sure she loves me.
And
Funny, 30 years of being married. I just discovered my wife still may not really love me. She may have just settled for second best.
No, if she wanted him,
She said his name.
Oh. During that particular moment.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, Mick, I can give you a small amount of comfort on that one. Everybody has their fantasies. All right? Doesn't matter how much you love the person you're with, there are times when you fantasize about the other person you didn't. It happens. So more likely than not,
Yeah,
that's
preaching
what
to
it
the choir,
is.
mate. I know. There's many times when I wanted Rose, but I couldn't have her, and I was making do with who was there.
No, it's not what I mean, boy. What I mean is, there's just times, even when you're with the person you do love, you fantasize about the person you weren't with.
It's just, I spent so much of my time making this work, and I feel like I'm the one doing all the work. I feel like I'm the one who's never good enough, and then along he comes in with this shiny blue box and world saving, and how's a guy supposed to compare to that,
Oh, did you say the word a couple times or something?
Apparently nobody remembers that. It must be those things you have to do every week for it to stick with anybody.
Hey, there's a reason why the man is feared everywhere. And it's not just because he's a glorified badass who saves the universe on a regular basis. It's because the man causes damage wherever he goes. Everybody knows that. And the reason why women like to fall for a guy like that is because they all think they're the one that can fix them. But in the end, they always end up with a guy like you. Because in the end of the day, they want something they can actually depend on. So in the end, she's always going to choose you. Push comes to shove. She may fantasize about him and have her little fantasies now and then. But in the end, she comes home to you.
I hope you're right.
Well, let's put it this way. I'm a lot like the Doctor. Okay? I cause a lot of damage. I cause... fuck. I drove an entire race underground, okay? I helped cause the extinction of the fucking dinosaurs, dude. Alright? I am not safe to be with. The fact of the matter is that one day or another, I'm going to die alone. I'm not going to have what you have. And I got a sneaking suspicion, based on what I saw in the ring there, even the Doctor's marriage is going to make yours look positively benign. And very, very happy. The Doctor and me, we don't get to be happy. You're thinking too hard on this. Just
Maybe.
appreciate it.
I fear what might happen, him and her alone.
Highly unlikely. For one, the Doctor don't generally do that. I will give the man credit on that regard. I haven't heard anybody say he snatched anybody else's babe.
Amy Pond.
Dude, that one was her idea, not his, I think. The way he talks about it.
That was Martha's idea, not his originally, too. You know how that ended up? I mean, he's had a couple of kids by Amy Pond.
Yeah, well, remember.
Roll.
Both of us?
I'm not
No,
there.
just you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm not there, but it's
You
a
guys may have
couple
read the
of
personnel files.
I don't think I did.
little kids
I don't think
by
I ever
Amy
gave you
I said
Pond.
may, that's what I'm giving you the roll.
I think
Oh,
she's the one
maybe.
that got them.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, I can't see it. What am I rolling?
Be a willpower to remember.
Ah, okay, so that'd be 17 altogether.
The second he says it, you realize something's wrong. You can't put your finger on it. But you're like, what? Because you know that Amy Pond had no kids by the Doctor. You know that seduction failed. He seems to think for some reason that it succeeded.
Wait a minute. Dude, are we talking about the same Doctor here, so to speak? Because as far as I know from the personnel files, he ain't had any kids. Well,
That's not true. River Song's one. Not River Song. That's not true. Susan Foreman. Now that one is canon. Susan Foreman showed up for the first encounter on Earth. Was recorded as being his granddaughter. He had to have kids somewhere.
With his own people.
yeah, but not with her.
Amy Pond had 2 kids by him, Julius and Julia. Sorry, Julius and Julia.
Not. Okay. Are we talking about the same universe here?
Think so?
No, I don't think so, because the Doctor I know has no children with Amy Pond.
You sure, man?
No, I'm not shitting you.
He pulls out a device, quickly scans you. You've got void particles.
Uh-huh. And that's a what?
It's a complicated thing. The only people who have void particles are me and Rose and maybe the Doctor at this point. Why do you have void particles?
Rose?
He types out something on his little device to himself, and he can't get it because he goes, tell me that you have void particles, because I won't remember in the morning. And I know it's important.
Okay. Mickey, I have void particles.
Type it.
Ow. Okay, here. There you go. See?
Good on you, man. That's that's a mate. That's a buddy. That's good. And you've like helped me a lot, and you're wise and everything, and things are good, and yeah, you're good. Boom.
Couch time.
What do you do?
Well, she probably helps her friends out.
Get them all settled.
Yeah, settled.
Hey, Trish
and-
going to have to stay with somebody else tonight
Yeah.
because her place is a crispy critter.
Oh yeah, Tiff will need some other place to stay, but you know, I don't know if one of the others would be willing to put her up enough, because you know Anya doesn't know if having her at her place would be a good idea.
Well, I can stay with you. Come on, help a sister.
I'd be willing to, but you know, people might be sniffing around because of my involvement here.
Like I'm safe anywhere, please. I'm so scared.
All right, fine, but you know what the rules are. No snooping around. And no using my toothpaste. You know how I am about my toothpaste.
Yes, now you are about your toothpaste. Get to your flat. She's like, give me your keys.
Why do you want my keys?
Because they are looking for you. They might be on the other side of the door. Let me look first. She opens the door, she looks in, and she disappears right in front of you.
Tiff!
You open the door, and there's a stone angel looking at you.
What the hell is that?
And it's just like,
Another thing about Doctor Who, extras die like flies.
Yeah, she's just kind of staring at it, and kind of like,
The hell?
yeah, I mean, what the heck? It's just stone, right? It's just,
you
yeah,
hear someone pounding up the steps. You hear your uncle's voice. Keep looking at it!
okay.
He comes around the corner, and he stops. You have to get away.
What do you mean? What's going on?
They know you're traveling with someone that they don't like. They're after you. You've got to get to him. You've got to get to him fast, wherever he is.
What do you mean? The statues are after me.
It's not a statue. It's something. You have to look at it, or it makes you go away. I'll look at it. You go.
But what happens if you stay here, though? Eventually.
He looks at her and pushes you aside. Go! He says, looking at it.
Okay, fine. Just don't get yourself killed or anything. I won't forgive you.
It's okay. I'm only using one eye at a time.
Should I call somebody to help? Are they aliens?
Yes. Tell Unit the angels are here.
You know about Unit? Never mind.
I read all the. He says you're walking down the. I read all the news information sources. National Enquirer, The Inquisitor.
Oh, good God.
News that's ignored.
Yeah, she's calling Unit again.
The crowd writers are like, oh, Miss Kelly again.
I got a statue that my uncle is staring at, and he says that he needs to keep staring at, and he says it's an alien. Do you have any freaking idea what this is?
I'm checking the database now, and here goes silent. Keep looking at it.
Well,
Don't take your eyes off of it.
My uncle is. I've got to find. He said I have to find the doctor. Do you know where
Get
the doctor
everyone
is?
out of the building.
Oh, okay.
Fire alarm.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was thinking. She hits the fire alarm.
Everyone starts running.
Where's the doctor?
What did your uncle say? Who did your uncle say it was after?
Me? Cause
Get to headquarters right now, or to the doctor, wherever the doctor is.
okay.
Now
Fine.
you know what John ordered about sending him over to Martha Jones's place.
Oh yeah. So that's where she goes.
Okay. You zip over to Martha Jones' place. You get there. You're pounding on the flat door. It opens up a little bit.
That's never a good sign. You know how that ends in movies.
She she holds her purse like a weapon.
The apartment complex, stuff is scattered everywhere.
Doctor? Martha?
You know what?
Hello?
All those times with those angels, nobody ever thought they'd sledgehammer to them.
They actually said that, yeah, the stone's impervious. They have tried that.
She
Nice.
very cautiously, like she takes a mirror out of her purse to check around the door to be sure there's no statues or anything.
There are no statues, but you hear something happening in the back part of the house.
Okay, so
Oh,
she
crap.
creeps closer.
Martha made a liar out of me.
So she creeps closer.
Behind the bedroom door,
Uh-huh.
you hear a very familiar sound. You hear her panting, you hear him panting.
Bangs on the door.
The door opens, there's Martha holding a towel around her body. Goes, this isn't as bad as it looks.
No, it is as bad as you look, you little skank. Now give me the doctor, will ya? I'm in trouble.
She opens the door, and it's this guy you remember seeing in the photo footage on the wall. The guy with the black leather jacket, close cropped hair, and the bad
Oh.
teeth.
Okay. Oh, wait, what?
I didn't realize.
You.
He
Did
sits up
he
with
actually travel with her?
He sits. No, he never did. He sits up. He looks at you and he goes, "Who's this?"
Where's
Martha goes, "This is Anya."
Where's the doctor?
Oh. Oh, you mean the little tyke, the little me, the mini me? He says with a smile.
Yeah, the mini you. And what are you doing here?
He is he's indisposed.
Right, you know she's married.
Looks at Martha. It didn't seem important at the time considering. Martha's helping with a medical condition. Seriously.
Sure, every bloke says that to get themselves out of trouble. Now, where's the mini you?
He's looking- Why she doesn't believe me? I kind of fancy you. Well, the future you. You what? The other future you is hot, and well, he's unavailable, so
Could we get past? Where is the mini you? I'm in trouble. I need him.
he's in there, crying, on the shoulder as it were.
Whose shoulder?
The shoulder I always like to cry on. The guy in the black jacket says. The 10th Doctor.
Taps on the door.
Oh
You hear a
God.
woman's voice say, "Come in."
Can this
Peeks
get any
in
more
there.
confusing?
You open up, and the doctor's sitting there asleep, and you can tell just from his face how obvious he's been crying. And there's a very attractive blonde woman sitting at the edge of the bed.
Same woman she saw on the screen
Yes.
and all that. You! What are you doing here?
She was up and says, "Hello, Anya. I'm Rose."
Yeah, I know. What are you doing here?
And that's where the screen fades out.
Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
looks like Mickey and I are gonna be getting a flat of our own. I don't see the marriage surviving this.
No.
It honestly was a medical condition.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
No, it honestly was.
Not sure if Mickey's willing to see
Perpetual
that
hard-on?
with me.
No. I was actually thinking it was like some kind of poison or something he contracted that they needed a doctor for. He does something that actually gets him Martha and sees where Martha is, goes to get Martha help. They diagnose the cure. This happens to be the cure. This is the time when Rose isn't telling him how she feels. Yeah, so I did something nice, suitably complicated. Is that something about time travel, what we do to your relationships?
Yeah.
And just how convoluted it could get.
Fun.
And then the reason why, none of the future incarnation doctors remember this are explaining what I said to you. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but essentially saying something has occurred that has mixed time streams.
I got that much.
All right, so